It's a big game tonight, y'all. It's a big game. Indiana, Cleveland at Indiana game 3 with Indiana up 2. Up 2, y'all. Let's start the show. Indiana is up 2-0 on Cleveland. Going back to Indiana. That sounds very familiar. New York Knicks up 2-0 against Boston, going back to New York. It is about to be a New York Knicks versus Indiana Pacers Eastern Conference Finals, a rematch of the second round last year. I don't know about y'all, but I cannot wait to rub it in the faces of everyone who just penciled in Boston and Cleveland Conference Finals. They're going to meet up, the two best teams. Well, you know what? This is why you play the games, because you never know what's going to happen. You never know who's going to come out on top. This is why you have a 7-game series, to see who can win 4 out of the 7. Indiana tonight taking on Cleveland. Cleveland feeling the desperation, bringing all the young guns back out who are on the injured list. Garland is playing. Mobley is playing. DeAndre Hunter is playing, because everybody knows that if you go down 3-0, the series is effectively over. Right? So Cleveland is like, screw it. Everybody come out and play. Now, they did have 2 days off in between the games, the same way the Knicks and the Celtics will have 2 days off between their last game and tomorrow afternoon's game. Remember, afternoon game. It is a 3:30 start time here on the East Coast, so just keep that in mind. But tonight, I don't know about you guys. I hope Cleveland wins just to extend the series, but I really think Indiana is going to take this series. Right? Too many people are compromised for Cleveland. I don't know if they got it in them. I really, really don't. Oh my goodness. And now Dimitri starting us off early with a very generous super chat. My man Niall, appreciate you. So let's go Pacers. Knicks want payback. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We're going to get our payback. Absolutely. But like I said, I hope they extend this series. I hope this is like a 7-game series, and then we could win ours in a sweep, obviously, right? Like that's the dream. That's the hope. Get these boys tired out, swinging against each other, throwing haymakers while the Knicks wrap up the Celtics in 4 games. Because like I said, Knicks in 4 from the very beginning. Go back and rewatch it if you don't believe me. From the very beginning, Knicks in 4. I did not stutter. I looked you dead in the eyes, everybody, and I said Knicks in 4. So here we are. Justice's dad, what's up? Mike, what's up? Hattie, Daniel Berry Sports, Jeff Brown. Appreciate y'all. Patrick. And now Dimitri, of course, my guy. David said, hope no Doris Burke tomorrow. Keep her far away. Doris Burke will be on the call. It will be the Doris Burke, Richard Jefferson, Mike Breen trio. Right? These are the games in which you really, really miss Jeff Van Gundy, Mark Jackson, and the Mike Breen combo. You know, the trio, I should say. For all their flaws, they were truly hilarious, and Jeff Van Gundy is really knowledgeable about the game, and I love listening to Jeff. I know he wasn't everybody's cup of tea. I loved Jeff Van Gundy on the calls. Just that said, the Knicks' top scorer in the series is Jalen Brunson at 23 points per game. Josh Hart is next at 18.5. Karl Towns is averaging 17.5 with 15 rebounds first 2 games. It's been an ugly series. It's been a rock fight. It's been a series of rock fights, right? Which team is going to be able to come out of that desperation first, or come out of that shell first, right? Will the Knicks finally have a good shooting game? Will the Celtics finally have a good shooting game? I think everybody's waiting for the Celtics to turn that shooting around, but I don't know. Just that said, Missoula was asked whether Boston's struggle on offense, including its loose ball turnovers, were a result of self-inflicted mistakes by the Celtics or great defense by the Knicks. Well, what was his answer, Justin? Said? What was his answer? Tyrone F. Turner, what's up, Tyrone? Knicks in 5, yes, sir. Yes, sir, Tyrone, yes, sir. Knicks in 5. No, not Knicks in 5. Knicks in 4, brother. Knicks in 4 until proven otherwise. Knicks in 4 until proven otherwise. Look, maybe it'll end up being Knicks in 5, maybe Knicks in 6, maybe Knicks in 7. But until they lose a goddamn game, it's Knicks in 4, baby. It's Knicks in 4. Every time. Every time. David said, Brunson Burger 40-piece tomorrow. We're due for a good Brunson game. And look, I know the Celtics defense is phenomenal. They're fantastic defensively. They've making it very difficult on the Knicks. Right? It's so funny because I think all Knicks fans watching the games are giving a ton of credit to the Celtics for how bad the Knicks offense has been. A ton of credit to the Celtics defense. Like, hey, man, they're locking up, making it very difficult for us. Even when we do get open shots, it's like, oh, we better knock this one down. Like, the pressure's on. So credit their defense for how poorly our offense has been so far this series. And then you ask Celtics fans about why the Celtics have been so bad offensively, and they're like, we're just missing shots. There's really nothing the Knicks are doing. It's like, oh, really? Okay. Let's see you guys in the Garden tomorrow afternoon. Try to knock down threes with a crowd hovering all over you the whole game. We'll see. Just Dead said, I think it's both. Missoula said, I think it's on us. I think it's on me to call better plays. It's on our guys to make better reads. And obviously, the Knicks are doing a good job defending us. Very political answer. Right? Gave both sides of the argument. Nick Yak, what's up, Yak? OG covered Tatum 39 possessions last game, and Tatum only took one shot. Defense. Absolutely, Yak, absolutely. Jason Tatum appears to want nothing to do with OG Anunoby right now. And, you know, with these 2 days off in between the games, I have been watching and listening to every side of everybody's opinion on this series, from Celtics podcast to obviously Knicks podcast to objective podcasts who are just watching the game and aren't rooting for either side. I've watched as many of them as I can to try and get a read, like, what the hell is going on? And everybody has the same reaction. They're like, what the hell is going on? Right? But what you get a lot from the Knicks side and from objective viewer side, and not as much, you do get it a little bit, but not as much from the Celtics side, is, goddamn, these Knicks, this is the best defense they've played all year. It really is. They're locking up. They're helping. They're moving. They're allowing players to shoot. Like, I talked to you guys about this all season long, where a lot of you guys are like, how they give up so many wide open threes. Every team gives up wide open threes because the objective of a defense, you're not going to be able to take everything away the way you used to. 5 guys on the court who can dribble, pass, and shoot nowadays, it's going to be impossible to take everything away every possession. And so you are going to occasionally give up shots from certain players on certain parts of the court. The whole goal is to make players who aren't consistent shooters or aren't reliable shooters shoot from specific spots on the court, usually above the break, because it is the longest shot in the game. And they're not going to take a long two. They're obviously going to stand behind the three-point line. And so the Knicks are trying to get Horford to step away from the corners and shoot above the break threes, which he's not as efficient on. Obviously, he can knock those down. He can absolutely knock those down. But the game plan is nothing open from Tatum, nothing open from Brown. Force Derek White and Drew Holiday to be drivers and keep Al Horford out on the perimeter and keep the ball in his hands and make him a decision maker. Tyrese Halliburton has his wrist heavily wrapped right now, by the way. Because that's a Tibbs is, what do you say? What do you say about Captain Thibodeau? Thibodeau is out coaching and being humble about it. Yes, he is. And that's something in the series where coming into it, I was wrong. Because I was like, Tom Thibodeau is obviously going to be outcoached by Mazzulla. Mazzulla is a championship-level coach. He's shown the ability to adjust and do different things. And listen, it's only been 2 games. Let's see it continue. But so far, Tom Thibodeau has very much outcoached Joe Mazzulla. I think Joe Mazzulla has coached a bad series. Shot Collins, what's up, Shot Collins? All right, here we go. Garland's going to bring it down. I didn't even change the score bug. Garland, they swing it out. Strus gets a wide open right wing 3, and he knocks it down to start. Y'all didn't even let me know about the score bug. I didn't even change it. I didn't even get to change it. All right. Garland got in the paint, immediately made an impact. Immediately. Siakam has it up top, trying to get it to Halliburton. Garland's denying. Now they get it to him. Garland's dancing around a couple of screens. Jared Allen's going to have to switch on to him. Halliburton blows by him, throws up a long floater, can't get it to go. Mobley with a rebound. Here comes Garland. Let's get our score bug ready. Cavs are playing the Pacers. Here we go. And the Cavs started it off with a 3. Mobley has it up top, hands it off to Mitchell. Mitchell bounced past to Mobley. Mobley mishandles it. Come on, Mobley. He mishandled the rebound earlier. Now he mishandles the pocket pass. Drolano, what's up, Drolano? They get it to Siakam in the post against Mitchell. Fall away baseline jumper. Can't get it to go down. Jared Allen with the rebound. By the way, we did get the mic fixed. Just some classic duct tape. Always gets it done. Always. Struz with the rebound gets it over to Garland off the long rebound from a Donovan Mitchell 3. Now Mitchell has it back up top being guarded by Halliburton. Mitchell quick crossover to his left, kicks it out to Mobley. He's going to pump fake, drive to his right. In the lane, draws the foul, and he's going to go to the foul line for 2 free throws. And not a great start for Indiana so far. Scoreless and scrambling around defensively. Just that it's irrelevant. Tom Thibodeau said, I think the big thing is to understand that it's going to take what it's going to take to win Game 3, to not get lost. And if you're up in the series, that doesn't guarantee anything. Not a single thing. Even if the Knicks are up 3-0, I don't think the series is over. We've seen the Celtics literally beat the Knicks 4 times in a row in the regular season. Now, obviously, that's the regular season, but I'm just saying I'm still not going to count the series over, even though I did call Knicks in 4. I did call it. I should have put money on it. Mobley splits the free throws, but they end up with the offensive rebound, and Jared Allen gets a dunk, and the Pacers are going to call a timeout, not liking how they're starting this game right now. 10-26 to go here in the first quarter, and it's 6-0 already. Just that said, what we have to understand is what we have to do to win Game 3. Tipsy, it's something that he isn't telling anyone what it is. Mitch is the secret weapon. I mean, he has been so far in the series, so much so, in fact, that Joe Mazzulla literally admitted it when he said the reason why I'm hacking a Mitch right now is to not put him at the foul line, it's to get him out of the game. He's mucking it up. He's making it very difficult for us to get into the paint, which is what the Celtics want to do. They want to get in and kick out for open threes. But they're not able to get into the lane, number one, because our perimeter defenders in Anunoby and Bridges are holding up extremely well. And then even when they do, they got Robinson and then Tom Thibodeau electing to go with the double big lineup of Robinson and Towns as often as he has so far in the series. Hopefully he can go a little bit more. Is keeping the Celtics out of the paint, which is not collapsing the Knicks defense as much, which means that they're not being able to kick out for open threes as often. Right? The Celtics' best offense is when they can get into the paint, kick it out, and they swing it around and force you to play scramble, and then all of a sudden you're trying to scramble out to Derek White or Jaylen Brown or Jason Tatum or Drew Holiday, because all of those guys can knock down shots. And even if you run them off the line, they can dribble it into the paint and make a play out of there, and they're excellent decision makers. Maybe not all of them, maybe not like Tatum and Brown, but Holiday, White, very reliable decision makers. Brown and Tatum, good decision makers. But the way the Knicks have defended them, they've taken that away as much as possible. Nick Yak said Mitch with a post-up basket. He was beaming and watching his face, after the airball was hysterical. But he went back to work on the defensive end and setting strong screens. That's another thing, Yak. I love you that you brought that up, because I did want to mention this in the last game. Mitchell Robinson has been setting fantastic screens in this series, right? And that's not something that's always been the case with Mitchell Robinson. He was a very poor screen setter when he came into the league. And if you're going to be a big man in the NBA, especially an offensively limited big man, you have to be able to set excellent screens to free up your guards. So one, it'll free you up going to the basket, rolling to the rim. Or two, it'll free up the offense and get your ball handler going downhill. And Mitchell Robinson being a very poor screener earlier in his career, I just love the development in that. It's a skill that's not often talked about because it's not an obvious one, but he's become very skilled as a screen setter. Very good screen setter so far. And it's not always the case. You know, Mitch is a slender dude, even though he's put on a lot more weight. Still a pretty slender dude for a 7-footer, but he's been setting very strong screens. Jeff Brown, what's up, Jeff? Let's go, Cavs. I'm kind of rooting for the Cavs tonight, too, even though I want the Pacers to win the series. Just Dad said, the people at Duct Tape made the world that much of a better place by making the backing black, not the usual gray. I mean, they still have the gray. The gray, if you didn't know, the gray is because ductwork is gray. And so the gray matches the gray of the duct. And you shouldn't be able to see where the seams are because it'll all blend together. They're the same color. That's why they make them gray. But then making them black, beautiful. Just for regular use, for homeowners, the black, excellent. Excellent. Here we go. We're back in. Some full court press here from the Cavs. And Nembhard will bring it down. Big Rud. What's up, Big Rud? Nembhard up top dancing with it. Coming to his left. Stepping back. Mid-range pull-up jumper. Comes up short. Loose side. Fight for the rebound. Going to go back to the Cavs. Going to go back to the Cavs. Just that, the last possession shows it all. Mitch ISO and the help from OG and McHale in the wing. Mitch played it so well. He did excellently well. Garland steps back, kicks it over to Strus. Strus driving to his right, all the way to the basket. Scoop blade with the right hand, got it to go. Max Strus is on one right now. 8-0 start, under 10 to go. Here comes Nembhard bringing it down. Now look, we saw Cleveland have a 20-point lead the last time, but Cleveland did not have all their guns, and they couldn't sustain the runs that they were on. And give credit to, as Halliburton gets blocked going to the basket. And it's getting ugly for the Pacers offense right now as Cleveland's locking in defensively. Garland pump fakes back to Mitchell. Now over to Strus, right corner three. Can he knock down another one? Oh, he knocks down another one. 11-0 start for Cleveland. They are absolutely thinking there's no possible way we go down 0-3 here. Here comes Nembhard coming to his left off a Turner screen inside to Turner. Turner gets fouled by Darius Garland. Justice is dead, and I hope this goes to 9 overtimes. Yeah, I hope if there's a possibility, and there's not, but if there's a possibility where both teams end up losing this series, how glorious would it be? Because it's difficult for me to root for the Cavs, and it's impossible for me to root for the Pacers. I'm not rooting for the Pacers to win this series, but I would like a rematch with the Pacers in the playoffs, considering that our entire team exploded last season. Like, at least give us an opportunity to go at you at full strength, you know? Kinohara, what's up, Kinohara? And Turner knocks down both of his free throws. First points on the board for Indiana, although they've yet to make a field goal. Kinohara said, who's on the court? Garland, Mobley, what about Hunter? Hunter is going to come off the bench. He's their sixth man, or kind of like seventh man as the ball flies between the hands of Mobley. Mobley, it was your ankle that was hurting you, not your hands. What's with these butterfingers early in this game? Been brutal. Another turnover for Cleveland right through the hands of Mobley. Hunter will come off the bench. He is available to play, though, Kinohara. But Mobley and Garland are both playing. They're both active here tonight in the starting lineup. Siakam 1-on-1 against Jared Allen. Perfect defense. They get it out to Turner. Turner driving it down against Jared Allen. And a blocking foul on Jared Allen. And he's holding his face, saying Turner came in elbows high. Should have been an offensive. Either way, Turner's back to the foul line. Didn't settle for that three. You know, I said I got Cleveland in the finals, so and you hate the Pacers. I just want our rematch. I want our lick back against the Pacers, man. I want our rematch. This is that's an Indy giving them a 20-point lead spot. See how that goes in the playoffs. True. Mike said maybe Mitch tried an underhanded free throw shot a la Rick Barry. You'll never see it in the NBA again. People's egos will not allow them to succumb to shooting the underhanded free throw. It's not going to happen. Turner stepped to the foul line, knocked down both free throws yet again. Now Jared Allen down the lane, flips it up with the left hand. Excellent defense from Turner. And here come the Pacers pushing it the other way. Now the crowd's getting up on their feet. Now they're getting into it. You can hear them in the background. Nembhard on the right wing, coming to his left off a Siakam screen. Pocket pass to Siakam. Now back up top to Nembhard, being guarded by Jared Allen. He's down in the stands, sliding them feet. Nembhard dancing with it. Going to pull it back out. He's got nowhere to go. Kicks it over to Siakam. A miscommunication from the Cavs. Ends up with a wide open Siakam right wing three, but he can't get it to go down. And here comes Mitchell, turning on the Jets, bringing it down. Has it on the left wing. In and out dribble. Driving it down. Euro stepping down the lane. Scoop blade with the left hand. Too long, can't get it to go. Jared Allen with an offensive rebound, and he lays it up and in. Miles Turner saying he got pushed in the back, but there was two other Pacers in the paint, and neither of them came over to help on Jared Allen's rebound and put back. Halliburton down the lane, gets under the basket, kicks it over to Siakam. Siakam gets blocked by Mobley, and Siakam's looking for a foul call. And Cleveland, with all the momentum right now, swings it out to Mitchell, left wing three. This could be a big one. Oh, and he gets it to go down. And just like that, a 16-4 start for Cleveland. Indiana yet to have a field goal so far. They've yet to make a shot. All 4 of their points coming from the foul line. Inside pass to Turner. They're going to foul him again and send him to the foul line instead of giving him the layup. Turner has all 4 of their points, all of them via the free throw line, and now he's going back for 2 more. Yak said Mitch averaging 3.4 free throws and making 1 instead of 2, so 1 free throw missing, 1 extra point. Let Mitch play, and he probably gets to 55% from here on out. I absolutely agree with you, Yak. You know my stance on the hack-a-player scenarios, as Turner finally misses a free throw, by the way. You know my mentality and the way I would deal with it. Leave the player in. Allow your team to get into the bonus early, and allow the opposing team to build up fouls on their players, even if they're bench players. Allow it. You know, and I'm not saying forever, but I'm saying give them 3-4 trips to the foul line before you pull him out. Let him get to the foul line. See if he's going to make them today. Turner did knock down the second one, and now Donovan Mitchell is going to bring it down. Mitchell has it up top. Being guarded by Nembhard, coming to his right off a Jared Allen screen. Driving it down, spins to his left, in the lane, a lot of contact, flips it up, gets it to go, and the foul. My goodness, Donovan Mitchell through the contact. 18-5 start now with Mitchell going to the foul line for 1 more. 7 minutes and 11 seconds to go here in the first. And Cleveland has all of the momentum in the world right now. You know, I said Turner in specific, I want to get him. He's such a douche. Yeah. You know, having to go up against a real center like Towns and even Robinson and not like a fake center like Hartenstein definitely put him in his place a little bit. John Corley, what's up, John? And we still took the Pacers to 7 games injured. That's what I'm saying, John. I'm right there with you. That's what I'm saying. It took you guys 7 games to beat us, and we were missing half our team. We're missing like 4 out of 5 starters by the end of it. And he still took us to 7 games. You still couldn't beat us. You barely beat us. It took you all 7 games to beat us. Mitchell knocks down his and 1 free throw. McConnell has checked in, driving to his right. Ty Jerome has checked in. McConnell draws the foul on Ty Jerome. You know, I said I would do a fan perspective with Cody Glock, a famous caller on Knicks Fan TV who loves Mitchie. Would he approve of the underhand free throws? All about the fans. I think we all would. I think if we all watched Mitchell Robinson get to the foul line and hit us for one of these, I think we would all be like, yes, Mitch. He's locked in. He's trying to make every single one. He's trying everything. As DeAndre Hunter checks in, by the way. I think we would all enjoy that. McConnell goes with the reverse layup, can't get it to go over Jared Allen, and Indiana's offense is looking ugly. Mitchell bringing it down, quick crossover to his left, down the lane, gets blocked by Turner on a chase down block, and now here come the Pacers pushing the other way, hit ahead to McConnell. McConnell shoves it over to Turner as the trailer for a 3 on the left wing, splashes it. And here come the Pacers getting fired up. Still only down 11. Horrible start. Their first field goal made was from Miles Turner. All 8 points from Indiana coming from Miles Turner right now. Just as his dad said, Pacers have some bruisers. Toppin is a different dude when he plays the Knicks. The dude casually jumped up and freed a ball stuck in the top. High as of the backboard. He did. Mike said, hey, it's worth a try with the underhand free throws? Absolutely. You know, I said, yes, I love allowing them to hack us. I would just give him a couple opportunities at the foul line. And look, if he goes 0 for 4 on 2 trips, then I'd be like, all right, Towns, go stand at the scorer's table. You know, if they hack him again, then we'll pull him out or something. You know. But there's too many positives that come out of it if you allow him to step to the foul line just even like 2 or 3 times. You know, especially if he's a 50% free throw shooter and he can make 1 of 2, which he is. He's at least a 50% free throw shooter. This year when he came back from the injury, he was shooting 60%, over 60%. So realistically, He should be at least 50% here. He's kind of been that his whole career. So at least 50%. Give me 1 point per possession. That's not bad. Not a bad place to be. AP, what's up, AP? Knicks cannot come out tomorrow and mess around. No, they cannot. No, they cannot. Absolutely not. Nick Yak said, Turner getting a new contract, he'll get over $30 million, and Cat will be up to $61 million. No team would have $91 million in centers. Oh, I don't want Turner. I think I saw somebody said it earlier that they would like Turner or something like that. I don't want Turner. I've never wanted Turner. I've never. A couple of years ago, where there was the conversation of like, hey, trade Mitchell Robinson for Miles Turner. He keeps your rim protection, but also can shoot threes. And my whole argument was like, Miles Turner is not really good at any of those things. He's an okay rim protector. He gets a lot of blocks, but he's only an okay rim protector. He's like an all right. He's kind of like a meh rebounder, and he's an okay 3-point shooter. Even though his 3-point shooting has been getting better, I'm gonna give him credit for that. But at the time, I was like, he's not even a great 3-point shooter. He's like a 33% 3-point shooter. We don't really respect that. And this was at the time when Mitchell Robinson was our starting center, and I was like, hey man, I'd rather Mitch over Turner. I know that's a controversial opinion because at least Turner has some offensive skill and Robinson doesn't really have any. But I still kind of feel that way, you know? I don't want anything to do with Miles Turner personally. Keep him over there. Keep him over there. Justice's dad said, I don't know why NBA players don't do granny style. They are millionaires. Who cares if your manhood won't allow it? The title won't remember the points gotten by the granny free throw. There's a bunch of machismo dudes out there, dude. I can't tell you. If I couldn't make a free throw, I would try. As a matter, I would just try it, even if I was a good free throw shooter, just for the goofs and the gaffs and to have some fun. But these dudes, they love their image. They have a big ego. And this is like not me being disrespectful to them. It's just, Sean Collins, what's up, Sean? Pina Hart said, JB is Superman, but Donovan is Spider-Man. And Superman is the better superhero, even though Spider-Man is my favorite. Superman is the better superhero, though. Here we go. We're back into it. Approaching the halfway point. Ty Jerome bringing it down against some pesky defense of TJ McConnell. They get it into Jared Allen. Back to Ty Jerome, coming to his right. Off a couple of screens. Pump fakes. Shovels it inside to Jared Allen. Goes up. Can't get the layup to go, but they did call a foul on Neesmith. It's going to send Jared Allen to the foul line for 2 free throws. 6:30 to go. Keenhart said, when you do that, you acting to me like Larry Bird. Don't care about anything but winning. Shout out to Hickman French Lick. Talking about the underhanded free throws? Yak said, Mitchell averaging 30 shots, first 2 games and 5 assists. Fans would kill Brunson. Yeah, they would. They kill Brunson when he takes like 22 shots, And it's crazy because I have to come on here and defend JB as if some of the best offense in the NBA isn't give Jalen Brunson the ball and get the hell out of the way. Look, I'll criticize him when he gets into his ISO bag and it's too much. It happens. But at the same time, fantastic offense. Jared Allen splits the free throws. Sean Collins said, Chevy, don't lie. How nervous out of 10 are you for tomorrow? Maybe like a 2, maybe a 3. I'll go 3. Like a 3. Not nervous. I'm excited. I'm really not nervous. Even if the Knicks lose, got game 4, got to grab game 4. But not nervous whatsoever. Let's get the win. Garland a step back 3. Hey, his first shot of the game goes down. There's Darius Garland. Obi Toppin is in the game. Gets it up top to McConnell. McConnell coming to his right. And Tyrese Halliburton has so far been very invisible here to start. Turner has it on the right wing. They're top locking Tyrese Halliburton to keep the ball out of his hands. He has it now on the left wing, one-on-one against Jared Allen. Crossing it over. Inside pass to Turner. Turns, fires, shoots, gets it to go. And more points for Miles Turner. He's got the first 10 points for Indiana. Where would they be without him? Ty Jerome has it up top, attacking to his right, puts up the floater in the lane, and he gets that to go down, gets the 2 points right back. Now they're trading baskets, and if you're Indiana, you don't really want to trade baskets. But if you're Cleveland, you want more than a 15-point lead right now. They throw it over the top to Toppin, and he gets fouled by Garland. 2 fouls on Garland. Justice's dad said Celtics breaking 43s in game 1 and 30 in game 2 would have been the ultimate bet to put in somehow if you could go back and put one in pre-series. Yeah. I'm not a betting person at all, but I definitely would have put in a Knicks in 4 bet and a Knicks in 5 bet. I absolutely would have done it if I was a betting person. Toppin knocks down his first free throw. He's got one more coming. AP said, I want to be up 3-0 tomorrow. I think we all do, AP. I think we all do. Hinahara said, regarding underhanded free throws, Ice versus ID YouTube today about JB clutch numbers versus LeBron's. Hinahara said, I believe game 3 is key. If the Celtics win game 3, pressure goes back on us. Yeah, man. Yeah. It's a 7-game series. It's going to go that way. Garland gets into the lane, kicks it out to the DeAndre Hunter for a 3. He can't get it to go. And here come the Pacers pushing it the other way. Toppin did knock down both free throws. Halliburton driving it down the lane. Kicks it out the last second to McConnell cutting in. Kicks it out. Ben Mathurin wide open right corner. 3. Knocks it down. Big shot for Ben Mathurin. And just like that, it's back to 10. Under 5 to go. Ty Jerome bringing it down in the lane. Puts up the floater. Off the back rim. Can't get it to go. Mobley an offensive rebound. He puts it back up. Can't get it to go. Fight for the rebound again. And McConnell ends up with it. Here comes TJ McConnell, and the crowd's up on their feet, man. They're feeling it. And they throw it a lob. Turner lays it up and in. Back to single digits, and the Pacers are back into it. And they've got a ton of momentum right now with Donovan Mitchell out of the game. Garland has it up top. Gets it over to Dean Wade. Dean Wade being guarded by Toppin. Hands it off to Ty Jerome. Jerome directing traffic. Coming to his right off a Mobley screen. In the lane. Under the basket. Has nowhere to go, pulls it all the way back out, shot clock winding down, and he just dribbles it out of bounds. Ball going back to the Pacers, and the Pacers are picking up their defensive intensity now. Here comes McConnell coming to his left off a Turner screen. Mobley switches onto him. Cross-court pass, Ben Mathurin, another right corner 3, and another splash for Ben Mathurin. He's come out firing, knocking him down, and it's a ball game again, y'all. A 10-0 run for the Pacers to bring it within 5. Ty Jerome gets it over to Mobley. Mobley hits Garland, come back door, gets into the lane, kicks it out to Jerome, pass fake, now kicks it out to Dean Wade. Excellent closeout from the Pacers. Up top to Mobley. He gets an open 3. He's been knocking him down all year, and he knocks that one down right there. Big shot from Mobley to quiet down the crowd. Here comes Halliburton, looking for an answer. Halliburton's played the whole first quarter so far. They get it up top to Toppin, now over to Turner, back out to Halliburton. Driving to his left. In the lane, puts up a tough floater, gets it to go down over Mobley. Yak said Pacers will win this game and the series. Mobley down the lane, bump Euros, puts up the floater, gets it to go down. Tough move from Mobley. Finishes through a ton of contact there. Crowd is up on their feet, man. They're loud. You're hearing them. ESPN broadcast is allowing us to hear the audience. And they call a moving screen on Turner there. Yo, I'm not going to lie. Now that I put the duct tape on, it stinks. It stinks like duct tape. You know that duct tape smell? It's not a good smell. And now that when I hold my mic up to my face like this, I can smell it, and I don't like it. I don't like it at all. We're under 3 minutes to go. It's an 8-point game, 30-22 here in the first quarter. Ty Jerome bringing it down. Jerome coming to his left off the Garland screen, putting his head down. Euro stepping into the lane, puts up a tough fall-away float over McConnell. Bad shot from Ty Jerome. Good defense from the Pacers and McConnell. McConnell has it up top now, hands it off to Halliburton. Inside pass to Thomas Bryant. Bryant has it in the right corner, surrounded by defenders. Almost loses it, kicks it back to Halliburton. Halliburton dancing with it. Now coming to his left, across the lane. Tries to go with the little scoop layup around Dean Wade, and Dean Wade blocks it out of bounds. They're all over Halliburton right now. But everybody else is coming into play. Justice's dad said home court tomorrow is going to be rocking loud and electric, even if the Celtics get a big lead and the Garden won't relent and prove the run is coming and no lead is safe for the green. I mean, 2 20-point comebacks in back-to-back games is going to allow Knicks fans in the Garden tomorrow as Ben Mathurin sneaks in and gets a layup. Bad defense from the Cavs there. Back-to-back 20-point comebacks is going to allow the Garden to feel like no lead is safe and we still have an opportunity no matter what. Garland misses a three, but the Cavs get the long rebound. They kick it out. Garland, pass fake, pulls it back out. He's got Thomas Bryant on him. He's going to look to attack. Quick crossover, down the lane. No look. Oh, my goodness, Darius Garland. What a gorgeous pass. He came down the lane, blew past Thomas Bryant, looked to the wide open shoot on the right wing, and then shoveled it, no look pass inside to Mobley for an easy two-handed slam. That was gorgeous right there. That was gorgeous. And a third foul on Darius Garland? What are you doing, Garland? Brother, what are you doing? Yak said, fans compare Brunson to Harden. Biggest difference is Brunson goes into pounding the ball, setting up defender when he needs a basket, not every possession like Harden. Yeah, I don't see too many comparisons between Brunson and Harden. I personally don't. I've never believed in those. McConnell knocked down the first free throw. He's got one more coming. Mitchell subs back in. AP said, I think the Knicks played better on the road for some reason. Yeah, so does Boston. Home court advantage it's been a bit of a topic of discussion considering the Cavs dropped both at home and Boston dropped both at home, and then OKC lost their first game at home. So home court advantage has been a topic of discussion as of late. But a lot of teams very much preferring to play on the road a little bit. I don't know what it is. Mitchell has it up top, attacking, inside pass to Mobley, catches, leans in, goes up off glass, can't get it to go. DeAndre Hunter came flying in. The ball still loose. Dean Wade ends up with it, gets it out to Ty Jerome for a wide open three. He comes up short. DeAndre Hunter with the offensive rebound, but can't hold on to it. But at least they'll stay with the Cavs as the Pacers ended up knocking it out of bounds. Mike said Cavs not looking good on defense. It's been pretty inconsistent, but the Pacers picking it up. And they call an off-ball foul on Siakam trying to guard DeAndre Hunter coming off a screen. And it's before the inbound. So it's an away from the play foul, so they get a free throw out of it. Technically a technical foul. It's 32-26. Scoreboard is slightly off. Only a 6-point game. Justice's dad said, interview with Harden. He's still, to this day, salty about him and Westbrook getting broken up and him being the first one traded. Yeah. And it's likely a huge life lesson learned, as the Cavs missed a free throw. Huge lesson learned from Sam Presti, and we'll see if he'll recreate it with this OKC team now. Excellent defense from the Pacers. Donovan Mitchell had a wide open dunk under the basket, gets blocked by Nembhard. McConnell in the lane, shoots up an air ball. Bad shot from McConnell. Here come the Cavs pushing it the other way. Minute to go. Ty Jerome coming to his left off a Mobley screen, fending off the defender. At the last second, tried to shovel it over to Mobley, and it's out of bounds. Mobley got butterfingers right now. He's not ready for prime time. The brights are a little too bright for him. Lights are a little too bright for him. Mathurin has it up top, coming to his right off a Thomas Bryant screen. Up top to Siakam. Siakam swings it over to Nembhard. Jab step back left corner three. Is he like that? Oh my goodness, he's like that. Incredible step back three from Nembhard. And just like that, back to the 3-point game. They were down 15, and then immediately they're back into it. A one-possession game. Mitchell up top, in and out dribble, driving it down, no-look pass inside. Jerome, a floater, comes up short. Ty Jerome's not ready for primetime, man. The lights are a little too bright for the Cavs yet again. A pull-up three from Mathurin, can't get it to go. Knocked out of bounds. Back to the Cavs. Victor Marquez, what's up, Victor? AP said these are two teams I can't root for at all. Me either. Me either. I'm rooting for both teams to have to forfeit and be expelled from the playoffs. And so the Knicks will just automatically advance to the finals. That's what I'm rooting for. Yeah, I said Mitchell had 30 shots first game and 30 shots the last game. Somehow he always comes up short, especially against Brunson. Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Even against the Pacers in the last game, he had 48 points, but couldn't buy a basket down the stretch. It's like, brother, where are you? Where are you? He only played 36 minutes in that game, by the way, in which they were missing 3 key players and 2 starters, 2 all-stars, 2 all-star starters, and he only plays 36 minutes? If that's Brunson, he's playing at least 44. You know, he's going out there. He's like, don't take me off the court. I'm trying to bring us home. And Donovan Mitchell was huffing and puffing and could barely breathe at 36 minutes in the game. Like, come on, man. Put your big boy pants on. What are you doing? Garland to pull up mid-range jumper, can't get it to go. Thomas Bryant with the rebound. Hit ahead to Nembhard. They got enough time. They're bringing it down, cross court. Ben Shepherd, who just checked in, and he knocks down the three to tie the game up at 32 at the end of the quarter. Cleveland heaves it up, can't get it to go. And an incredible end to the first quarter. Indiana down by as many 15 in the quarter. And yet they still managed to come back and tie it up at the end of the first. And Cleveland is absolutely getting suckered in to playing Cleveland style of basketball. This is a fast-paced game. They're moving at breakneck speed right now. Justice's dad said, smiles of anticipation in the crowd tomorrow. If it gets to 70-50, them in the third, because we know we're going to have another dramatic show. I don't know, man. 3 in a row is crazy. 2 in a row is already crazy. I don't know if 3 in a row is something you can rely on. If they go down 20, I'm going to be upset. Victor Marquez said, Pacers have a lot of young players and really good three-point shooters. They do. They do. They're a very well-built team. Very well-built team. Yak said, I'm certainly glad we have 3 home games to get 2 wins. Me too, Yak. Me too. Knicks stole home court advantage. All we need is 2. All we need is 2. Hopefully we pick up these 2 in the guard and we send them home. Shock the world. All you got to do is shock the world, baby. Yak said, Boston isn't getting another 20-point lead in any game. We won't start 0 for 10 again. I sure hope not, Yak. I sure hope not. Mike said, I can see the Pacers winning this game and possibly the series. Me too. Me too. I think everybody should be able to. I didn't have the Pacers necessarily winning at the start of the series, but I definitely thought it was like a 50-50 chance. I definitely thought it was up in the air. Maybe 60-40, just giving the Cavs the benefit of the doubt, but now dealing with all the injuries, definitely leaning towards the Pacers, especially considering they're at home today. They came back from already being 15 down. I don't like the substitution pattern that Kenny Atkinson is instilling right now. This is like win or go home, buddy. Have your 5 best players out on the court as often as you can. Delano said, damn, I left, came back, and so did the Pacers. They don't go away, Delano. They don't go away at all. Yak said, Pacers did a nice job beating up Mitchell at the end of the last game. They did, but they also did a really good job of rushing him, and he also looked absolutely exhausted at the end of the game. He looked gassed. And it's like, dude, maybe playing 31 minutes in the regular season isn't all that great. Now, maybe Tom Thibodeau pushing it to getting our guys up closer to 40 is also going the wrong way. There's a happy medium there. 35, 36 minutes seems like what normal star players end up playing. But his body just did not seem ready for that absolute, beating in the playoffs that he received. And it's like, come on, man. It's playoff time. Where are you? John Corley said, I hope Reggie calls the games when we go to the Eastern Conference Finals versus the Pacers. Please, no, John. Please, no. Tired of hearing Reggie. Chris Rose said, guys, let's get those likes up. I appreciate you, Chris. Thank you for the love, brother. Reminding people to the thumbs up button. Absolutely. If you're in the stream right now and you're here for the show, please go ahead and hit the thumbs up button. It greatly, greatly helps, and I very much appreciate it. Lionel Moniz, what's up, Lionel? How about the we beat the Celtics and face the Pacers for a revenge series? That's what I'm looking for. What I'm looking for, Lionel. Eastern Conference Finals, Knicks versus Indiana. Let's make it happen. Need our revenge now that our team is actually healthy for the run. Cavs defense forces a nice turnover. Donovan Mitchell out and running. Scoop blade with the right hand, and he gets it to go down. Big Yak said, I thought the Pacers would lose round 1, but they are a better team than last year. They are. They're healthier. Ben Mathurin wasn't healthy for the playoff run last year. Full season of Siakam, right? He was traded last year at the deadline. McConnell puts up a mid-range shot, can't get it to go. McConnell has not been very good to start this game here. Yeah, well, we knew Damian Lillard was going to be out. I absolutely expected the Pacers to beat the Mathurin gets hugged from behind by Donovan Mitchell. Even though he lost it out of bounds, Donovan Mitchell did not have to foul him. Delano said all the teams came for it this year. They did. They did. They did. Every team is showing a level of fight that is commendable. You know, sometimes you get a team that makes it and it's just like, we're happy to be here, you know. But every team's putting up a fight right now. That OKC Denver game 2 makes me a little nervous about that series. I hope it's a fun, competitive series. I hope OKC just doesn't blow them out. And game 1 was an anomaly. I hope game 2 is more of the anomaly. But outside of that, and then obviously Golden State losing Steph Curry, just making it like, I don't know what Steve Kerr was doing. Maybe he was looking for an answer. He played like everybody off his bench. He played like everybody off his bench. Shout out once a Nick, always a Nick, Kevin Knox, who got it into a playoff game yesterday. That was crazy. But yeah, that Golden State Minnesota series is probably my least favorite series to watch right now, by far. Delano said, "Do you think LaMelo should get traded, and to who?" No, you can leave LaMelo over there in Charlotte. I don't know how many good teams want LaMelo. I can tell you right now, OKC absolutely wants nothing to do with LaMelo. The guy doesn't really play defense and loves to take terrible shots. Two things that OKC absolutely despises. Also, he's really young and really immature. Like, let him just kind of grow up a little bit in Charlotte. I think he's good in Charlotte. Delano said, if he gets traded to the Warriors or the Lakers, he's deadlier. I don't think LaMelo gets traded anytime soon. Why would Charlotte want to trade him? They have nothing anyway. Yak said Minnesota will take that series. Yeah, I mean, they should, considering Steph Curry's out, right? In a hamstring strain. Look, we went through that with OG Anunoby last year. He's probably done. There's obviously different levels. There's different levels of hamstring strains, right? There's like a grade 1, grade 2, grade 3, all that stuff. It seemed like it's not as bad for Steph Curry, but still, it's still a week away before he gets reevaluated, which means it's probably 2 weeks away before he could maybe even be cleared for basketball activities, which means he's probably 3 weeks away from playing. So I think Steph Curry's done for the series. And if he's done for the series, the Warriors should have no chance unless Jimmy Butler goes into playoff Jimmy mode. But at this stage in his career, it doesn't seem like he has that in him anymore. Mather in a pull-up three, can't get it to go. Out of bounds, ball going back to the Cavs. What's up, Hattie? Got the spectacles on today. Didn't want to have the contacts in. Just got them brand new, so I was like, you know what? I'm gonna wear them. I don't want to wear the. I don't want to put the contacts in today. Cross court passes DeAndre Hunter, goes up, gets the layup to go. Gets ran into by Thomas Bryant. Get up, DeAndre, get up. 5-on-4. Siakam down the lane, scoop layup with the left hand. This is playoff basketball, DeAndre Hunter. You took a hit to the face. You better hustle back on defense, man. You just gave up an open layup because you got hit in the face a little bit. Get up. Get up. Mitchell pocket pass to Mobley. Down the lane, scoop layup with the left hand. Got it to go. Now both teams going back and forth right now. Robin Schroll, what's up, Robin? Shot Collins said, how many free throws Mitchell Robinson will hit tomorrow? I hope he goes 10 for 10 from the foul line. That's my hope and expectation for young Mitchell Robinson. Nembhard has it up top, 1-on-1 against Mobley. Defensive player of the year, step back three. Tough shot for Nembhard. Comes up short, long rebound. Sam Merrill keeps it alive, but DeAndre Hunter comes in for the rebound. Good rebound from DeAndre Hunter. That's the type of hustle I want to see, DeAndre. Type of hustle I want to see. Not that laying in the backfield. This ain't the regular season anymore. Hunter driving it down to his right, gets fouled by Matherin. Yak said, Butler could only get you so far. Yeah, and look, man, how old is Jimmy Butler now? 36? 35, 36, something like that. Got a lot of miles on him. Actually, this is a good time to pull up the box score, too. We can do that. Oops. Mitchell has it up top, driving it down against Nemhard, kicks it out to a wide open Max Strus in the left corner. He actually takes a rhythm dribble and he splashes it. Terrible defense from Indiana. Jimmy Butler in the last game only had 17 points. ESPN, get these ads out of here. They call a foul on the floor and Max Strus. I want to see Jimmy Butler. Age, he's 35. 35. You know, he's no Steph Curry. He's no LeBron. He's no Kevin Durant in terms of, like, hitting those points in your career at that age to just, like, somehow summon who you used to be. Like, those guys are the cream of the crop of being able to do that. Someone like Jimmy Butler doesn't seem like he's capable of doing that. And there's no knock on Jimmy. Obviously, he's a Hall of Fame level player, but I'm just saying. 35 years old, he's not the player he used to be. Mather in a step back left corner three. He's feeling himself. Can't get it to go. DeAndre Hunter with the rebound. Hunter will bring it down. He's going to turn on the Jets. Putting his head down. Euro stepping in the lane. Draws the foul on Nemhard. Thought it was good initial defense from Nemhard, but maybe they got him on the reach. Couldn't see it because ESPN was too busy playing a replay of something. Drillano said Melo can't win with them. He's like Cade on the Pistons. Might be closer to doing something. It's just year after year of falling short. It's only two things he can do. LaMelo's got a lot of maturing to do. There's some talent on that Charlotte Hornets team. They'll have another top pick this year. He and Brandon Miller are more than enough to make that team respectable, and they haven't been respectable. Got to stay healthy. Got to be more mature, and has to lead the team. Right now, he's just the best player on the team. He's not leading the team. He's got to be able to lead the team. In whatever way he finds the way to lead, he's got to find a way to do it because that team's not doing anything without that guy just kind of playing freelance basketball and chucking up shots. He's way too talented, but the difference between LaMelo and Cade is a natural-born leader, or it's something he's at least known he needed to do as the best player on the Pistons and kind of took the reins of that immediately. If you listen to any interview with Cade Cunningham, it was something he's talked about since the very beginning of being a leader and the importance of it as the point guard of the team. And now as the best player of the team, how important it is for him to be a leader, especially for a younger team like that. LaMelo doesn't have that same mentality. And there's not a right or wrong way of doing it, but it very clearly hurts that Charlotte team that's in desperate need of some type of leadership, even if it's just bringing in a veteran, the same way the Pistons did, or a couple of veterans, the same way the Pistons did in order to kind of get that team over the hump to being a good team, stop being a laughingstock of the league, which is what the Hornets are right now. Just as Dad said, I meant to ask you this. Allen Iverson's whole career up against JB's career so far. Is it close, best overall, or JB's still behind quite a bit? Allen Iverson has something on his resume that Jalen Brunson has yet to get, and that's a finals appearance. And it's also a finals appearance where he led an absolutely undermanned 76ers team to the finals. The difference is the league is far more talented and deeper today than it was for Iverson in 01. But he still has that on his resume. He's still able to do it. So I think they're comparable as players, but there's some accolade stuff. There's some accolade stuff that JB doesn't have yet on his resume. That, he might get there, he might not, but prime Iverson was really something crazy. And prime JB is proven to be something crazy too. I think it's actually a really good comparison. I like the Iverson comparison a lot more than I like the Harden comparison personally. Yak said, Mitch hits at least 3 free throws. If he takes 6, even 4 for 9 would be worth Mitch on the court instead of 6 for 9. Just 2-point difference, play the man. I'm with you, Yak. I'm with you. And there was pictures that came out at Knicks practice today with Mitchell Robinson. You could see Mitchell Robinson all the way in the background of a couple of the pictures shooting free throws. So he's working on them. Shaq Hollis said, what is a Knickerbocker? There's a long history of what a Knickerbocker is, but it's essentially a pair of pants, brother. Essentially, it's more of a name for people who wore a specific kind of pants that they started to call them, but it's got a long history to the name. And I don't want to get into. Victor Marquez said, Knicks will win against Boston. They're going to give fans a big, awesome game. Man, I hope so. I hope the Knicks finally have a good game. I feel like it's been forever since they've had a good game. They've been getting by off of their defense and forcing their opponents to have bad shooting games and whatnot. But I need them to have a good game. Cavs knocked down both their free throws. Nembhard has it, driving it down, kicks it back out to McConnell. McConnell kicks it over to Siakam. Under 9 to go. Back to McConnell. McConnell over to Nembhard, and the Cavs are in a zone. A 1-2-1 zone? Or 1-3-1 zone? They force a bad shot in the paint, and here come the Cavs pushing the other way off the rebound. Strus, cross-court pass. Merrill, no hesitation, three. Off the side of the rim, can't get it to go. Don't like that shot from Sam Merrill. It's the playoffs, brother. You got to value these possessions, man. Siakam's going to put his head down and attack. Flips it up at the basket, can't get it to go, but they call a foul on Jared Allen. Namar, what's up, Namar? Justice is dead, so it's quite a bit from AI if this doesn't go deep this year. MVP Allen Iverson is a comparable player. Yeah, that's also another thing. He's got an MVP on his resume, and I don't think Brunson's ever going to get that. And again, the league is deeper now than it was back then, but I'm just saying. Siakam misses the first free throw. Just that said, Allen got an MVP on a losing team in the finals. Yeah, he did. I mean, that was literally the best year of his career. And Siakam misses both. But Nesmith with the tip up and in, my goodness. Cleveland, you got to box out on these missed free throws, man. You just caught a break, and then you gave the 2 points to them anyway. Strus gets it over to Allen. Allen has it at the half-court line, gets it back to Max Strus. Back to Mitchell. Mitchell coming to his right after the Allen screen. A pull-up three for Donovan Mitchell. In and out, can't get it to stay. Thomas Bryant with the rebound. Here comes T.J. McConnell. McConnell, quick crossover to his left in the lane. Bounce pass to Siakam. And a travel on Pascal Siakam. Mike said, y'all think we should have kept Hartenstein? They absolutely should have kept Hartenstein, but they offered him the most amount of money they could. We've gone through this a ton, Mike. They wanted to keep him. They should have kept him. They offered him the most amount of money they were allowed to by the league, and he still said, no, I'm good. I'd rather go live in the middle of nowhere to be Chet Holmgren's backup. So, Namar said, Knicks win tomorrow because we got a Villanova Pope. Yes, we do. I'm in Montreal right now on vacation. Try to watch a live stream tomorrow around 3:30 p.m. because the hotel doesn't have the game. I hope you're having a good time on your vacation tomorrow. We'll be here, brother. We'll be here. I can't wait for it myself. Jared Allen down the lane, gets it knocked out of his hands. Here come the Pacers pushing it the other way. It's back to a 4-point game. Nesmith the pull-up three in transition. Can't get that one to go. Mitchell with the rebound. Nick Yak said, short pants running across the street, if I remember right. Yeah, it was a style of pants that people from settling in New York were wearing, from what I remember from history class. And it just kind of became the moniker of people who were already here being able to call people who were coming over who were wearing these pants or something like that. Google is our friend. Google it. Read about it. I don't remember. It's pants, though. It's essentially, it was a name they gave people who were wearing a certain style of fashion. And it kind of became synonymous with people from New York. And they call an offensive foul on Nembhard. Ball's going back to the Cavs. Sean Collins says, traces back to the Dutch for the Knickerbocker. Like I said, it was a style of fashion that became synonymous with people from New York, and then it just became synonymous with something you call New Yorkers. It's essentially a derogatory nickname that we co-opted to like just being a nickname for New Yorkers. Darius Garland's back in. He's bringing it down. Garland, quick crossover to his left on Halliburton. Scoop lay with the left hand. Got it to go. Darius Garland looks good for somebody who was like, oh, there's real fear he's not going to be able to play the series. Like, brother, you should have been playing one of the first 2 games, the way he's looking right now. Up top, Turner, pump fakes, steps back for a straightaway 3. He's feeling it tonight. Can't get that one to go. Oops. It's 46-38, 8-point lead for the Cavs yet again. And Mobley's going to go one-on-one against Turner, leans in, steps through, can't get it to go, gets blocked, shoves it over to Allen, who puts up the floater from the foul line, and he gets that one to go. And a 12-2 Cavs run gives them a 10-point lead back. Cavs not going away either, man. They're going to continue to fight. DeMar said, I'm going to have a great time if they win tomorrow. It's going to be a party. It's going to be a party. It's literally going to be a party because I got something to do later in the day. So it's a good thing that it's a 3:30 start time, honestly, for me. Because if not, I would have had to cancel the stream, unfortunately. And it's literally the biggest Knicks game ever. So good thing that it's at 3:30. Because if it wasn't, I would have had to cancel. I got a big family thing I got to do tomorrow night. So literally the game's going to end, and I'm going to have to go attend that. Rob Jaworski, what's up, Rob? Who are you going for? I hope both of these teams explode into nothingness, and they just have to promote the Knicks, who are going to sweep the Celtics in 4 games, to the finals. That's what I'm hoping for. No, honestly, I'm probably hoping for the Pacers just because I want a revenge. I want to be able to play the Pacers in the conference finals and get our revenge against them because when we played them last year, we weren't healthy. We were missing like 4 out of 5 starters. Everybody was hurt. Josh Hart had the abdomen tear. Anunoby pulls the hamstring. Brunson later in the series breaks the hand. Julius Randle was already out. Mitchell Robinson was out because of dirty-ass Embiid. So we were down almost every starter. So, and it still took them 7 games in order to beat us. So I'm hoping for our run back in the conference finals. I hope Indiana makes it, and then obviously Knicks in 4. So we'll see them there. Yak said when we were called New Amsterdam instead of New York. Yeah. I mean it traces all the way back. All the way back. Halfway through the second quarter, Cleveland's built back up a 10-point lead. Only 38 points, 6 minutes to go in the second for Indiana. Isn't necessarily great for Indiana, but again, they've kind of slowed the pace down a little bit with Halliburton out of the game because it was at a breakneck pace in the first. And them being able to slow down the pace has definitely helped them here. Mobley's got 10. He's 4 for 7. 5 boards, 3 assists, a steal and 2 blocks. He's been huge for them defensively. Jared Allen, 7 points. Look at this, by the way. Like when they have their starting 5 out there, the plus-minus shows that they're killing the Pacers. And that's cool and all, but like Kenny Atkinson, this is a playoff series, so maybe just play your starting lineup as much as possible. Maybe don't go 9 deep. Maybe just go 8 deep. Maybe go Dean Wade, DeAndre Hunter, Ty Jerome. Ty Jerome's 1 for 5. He's been very bad tonight. Strus with 11 points is huge. Mitchell with 10, not having to carry the load on 10 shot attempts, I might add. Darius Garland with 5 points, 2 assists. It's nice to have him back just as another ball handler. But having Mobley back has probably been the biggest difference. Mobley and Garland have been the biggest difference by far, obviously. Two All-Stars. It's crazy getting them both back. What that would do to your team. Here we go. 6 minutes to go. We're past the halfway point of the second quarter now. Halliburton gets it inside to Turner. Takes it out to Shepard. Swings it over to Toppin. A left corner 3 can't get it to go. Strus with the rebound. And here comes Garland. And Cleveland's zone is destroying the Pacers' defense right now. Mid-range jumper from, or the Pacers offense. Mid-range jumper from Garland misses, but Strus tracks down the long rebound. Mitchell has it up top now, being guarded by Shepherd. Dancing with it, shot clock winding down, a step back three on the left wing, knocks it down. Tough move from Donovan Mitchell. Now a 13-point lead for Cleveland. Shot caller said, I've never been to New York City. Gotta take a visit, brother. Gotta take a visit. Halliburton has it up top. Swings it over to Toppin. Toppin, pass fake, driving it down, swings it out. Neesmith, he pump fakes, driving it in on Garland, in the paint, puts up the floater, can't get it to go. Allen with the rebound. Excellent defense from the Cavs yet again. And the thing that's given them the lead here has absolutely been their defense. Only 38 points with 5 minutes to go here for the Pacers. And they throw the lob to Jared Allen, who catches and comes down with it, kicks it out to Strus. Pump fakes, one dribble to his left, a pull-up three. Can't get it to go. Good defense from Halliburton, not to bike on the initial pump fake. And now here comes Halliburton pushing it the other way. Halliburton has it up top, dancing with it, coming to his left. He's in the lane, loses the handle, knocked out of bounds, and Halliburton saying he's getting hacked. But no foul call. Ball's going back to the Cavs. And then a turnover from the Cavs. What was it? The camera wasn't even on him. Oh, no, they call a push off on Garland as they were trying to inbound him. Mathurin got up in him. They call a push off, an offensive foul on Darius Garland, and that's 4 fouls on Garland. Zero tolerance bully Kenno. What's up, Zero? Which of these two would you rather face if we complete Mission Impossible? Indiana, just because I want to run back from last year's playoff series where our whole team exploded and we lost in Game 7. Halliburton slips and falls, and the Pacers are going to use a timeout there. Zero tolerance. I'd rather face the Pacers just to get the run back. Let's see what happens when both teams match up fully healthy. And the Pacers are better this year. Their players have they've matured. They're playing better. They had a full season of Pascal Siakam versus when they traded for him last year. They weren't entirely ready to be able to utilize him. And this year he's much better integrated. He's been much better utilized and being integrated into their offense this year. He's helped them a ton defensively, and so they're a better team overall. But I want our run back, man. And we're effectively extremely different from how we were last year, but I want to run back very desperately. What is Halliburton doing today? I feel like I barely said his name today. Tyrese Halliburton, 1 for 4 from the field, zeros across the board, 1 assist, 1 turnover, 2 points. Miles Turner having 12 points is crazy. Ben Mathurin came off the bench as 10 points, 2 of them from three-point range. Not looking good for Indiana with their offense right now. It feels like they're kind of just getting by. But it only being a 13-point game feels like a godsend for the Pacers right now. Because it definitely should be larger. Should definitely be larger. Toppin gets it into Mathurin, now over to Halliburton. Halliburton has it up top, and they got Mobley at the top of the... Turner's going to drive it in now. They had Mobley at the top of the key, playing the middle of the zone, and he forces a miss from Turner. Inside pass to Jared Allen. He gets wrapped up and fouled by Obi Toppin. Going to send him to the foul line for 2 free throws with 4:25 to go here in the second quarter. Cleveland already up by 13. Jared Allen knocks down the first free throw. Now a 14-point lead for the Cavs as we are approaching halftime. Not looking good for the Pacers right now. They have no momentum. They have no shot making going in right now. And the Cavs defense is taken up in a huge way. But we've seen the Cavs get up big before. Literally a 20-point lead in the last game. The Pacers still were able to come back. Halliburton's driving it down now, kicks it out to Toppin. Toppin's coming to his left, middle of the lane, puts up a floater, gets it to go down. Great move from Obi Toppin there. Once a Nick, always a Nick. Obi Toppin, always liked them. Donovan Mitchell bringing it down, has it up top. 53. Ooh, forgot to give Jared Allen his other free throw. Sam Merrill's going to fire a three. Comes up short on that one. Neesmith with the rebound. Here comes Halliburton. And they call a foul on Ben Mathurin as it looks like Sam Merrill took a dive, unless they show the replay and shows Ben Mathurin ran him over. But Sam Merrill pulling the old Jalen Brunson move. I'm going to run down and just stand here and wait for you to run into me and go, ah! And use up my acting skill classes. Right? You didn't take them acting classes for nothing. Got to utilize them. Donovan Mitchell's going to bring it down against Nembhard here. Mitchell has it up top. Coming to his right off a Jared Allen screen. Whips a pass over to Merrill. Merrill driving to his right. Kicks it back out to Mitchell. Mitchell, hesitation move. Wide open in the lane. Puts up the floater. Gets it to go. Halliburton has it up top. Gets it over to Turner. Turner in the mid-range. Kicks it back out to Halliburton. He's going to hesitate. He's got Mobley on him. Step back inside to Turner. Turner in the lane. Flips it up. He's looking for a foul call. He's trying to grip for them fouls. They're not giving it to him right now. Here comes Mitchell bringing it down the other way. Shoves it over to Jared Allen. Euro stepping down the lane. Leaves it off for Mobley. Mobley in the paint. A lot of contact. And they call it out of bounds off of Mobley. They're showing the replay here. Neesmith, he got it clean. There was a lot of contact, but he had his hand all over the ball, and it was off of the foot of Neesmith, and I think the refs are going to change the call without making Cleveland use their challenge there. Good officiating. Good officiating. So Cleveland gets the ball back. They get it into Mobley. Coming to his left. And they call a foul on Siakam again, holding the screen setter. And I don't know, the physicality they've allowed in this game, I'd be upset if I was Siakam too. I don't know about that call. Kwame Robertson, what's up, Kwame? What's poppin', my guy? They get it into Jared Allen. Hands it off to Mitchell. Coming to his right, driving it down, hangs in the air, kicks it out to Merrill. Merrill's going to pump fake, go along the baseline, shoves it over to Jared Allen, and he knocks down a floater. Nice pass from Sam Merrill. 17-point lead for the Cavs. I believe it's their largest lead of the night. Yeah, 15 was their largest before in the first quarter, where the Pacers came back and tied it at the end of the first. And Nembhard settles for a deep three over Mobley's contest. Putting Mobley at the top of the zone has worked out tremendously for the Cavs here. Pacers have no answers for it. Mitchell steps through across the lane and it looked like got blocked by Turner, but somehow saved it over to Jared Allen, and Jared Allen gets fouled by Neesmith. Going to send him to the foul line. Jared Allen's having a huge end to this first half here. Knocks down the first free throw. 18-point lead. Mobley has been so impactful defensively here. So impactful. Jared Allen knocks down 2 free throws again. He was a 70% free throw shooter during the regular season, and they put up a stat that he's only missed 1 free throw, which was earlier in this game, in the entirety of the playoffs. Mathurin, a right corner 3, excellent contest from Strus. He comes up short. Mobley with the rebound, and Indiana has no answers for this zone right now. They have no idea what to do against it. Mobley's going to settle for a pull-up 3. He can't get it to go, but Jared Allen off in the rebound, shoves it over to Strus for a reverse layup over Halliburton. Okay. A 21-point lead for Cleveland, And this one feels different from their previous 21-point lead. Jared Allen took a dive. He was trying to draw a charge or an offensive foul on Siakam. They don't call it. Siakam ends up with a wide open layup. Just play it straight up, Jared Allen. Just play it straight up, brother. Hit the weight room or something. Donovan Mitchell driving it down along the baseline, pulling it all the way back out, shoves it over to Strus. And I think they call an offensive foul on Donovan Mitchell. When he handed it off to Strus, he ran into Ben Mathurin. They got tangled up. Both of them took a hard fall. But it's an offensive foul, 10 times out of 10, running right into the defender. I know he's trying to run through. He's trying to run through, but also trying to set that moving screen. That's exactly what he's trying to do. And again, his momentum carried him into that, but that's still a foul. Still a foul. Robin said, I hate the Cavs. Go Knicks. Judge that to 21 points. Wow. They had a 20-point lead in the last game. So it's possible. But Cleveland now has their full set of guys back out there. So Halliburton pocket pass to Siakam, leaves it off for Mathurin. Mathurin hangs in the air, draws the foul on Strus, and gets the layup to go. Great cut from Mathurin. A way to hang in the air and wait for the contact, and then lay it up and in. Back down to 17. If Indiana can end this half strong here and go in under 15, you got to feel good about that. Being at home, you got to feel good about that. In comparison to how this game has gone so far, obviously. You'd wish you'd have the lead at home. But in comparison to how the game has gone so far, if you can get it under 15 going into halftime, you gotta feel all right about your chances in the second half. Donovan Mitchell's going to bring it down. Mathurin did knock down his and one free throw. Mitchell splits the defense down the lane. Scoop layup with the left hand. Got it to go. Beautiful move from Donovan Mitchell. Not very good defense from the Pacers there. Mathurin bringing it down. Shovels it over to Halliburton. Halliburton's going to drive it down. Spins. Kicks it out. Siakam, a straightaway three. Comes up short. Long rebound. Mobley ends up with it. Here comes Donovan Mitchell as a bunch of Cavs bodies hit the floor in the other end. Mitchell's going to dance with it. Gets caught in the air. Tried to kick it out to Allen, but Mobley saves it. Over to Strus, a wide open straightaway three. A little deeper than he probably wanted it, but Jared Allen, an offensive rebound, flips it up, can't get it to go. Mobley, an offensive rebound, and he comes flying in. Kicks it out to Strus. Swings it over to Merrill. He gets an open right wing three, and he finally splashes it. How many opportunities are the Pacers going to give up there? And it's back up to 21. And it looked like the Pacers were going to go on a little mini run there to close out the half. And the Cavs said, no. Slamming that door. Slamming that door on him. Halliburton has it up top. Cross-court pass to Mathurin. Mathurin, pass fake in the lane. Ton of contact and throws it to nobody. And Mathurin saying, I thought you were going to the corner. Why is nobody in the corner? Where's my outlet? And it's out of bounds going back to Cleveland. It's a 21-point game. Cleveland with 30 seconds to go. They're going to have the ball here. Mitchell's going to bring it down against Nesmith. Dancing with it. Coming to his left off a Merrill screen. Cross-court pass. Mobley in the right corner. He's going to pump fake. Driving it down against Siakam. Spins to his left. Shoves it over to Allen. And right through the hands of Jared Allen. You got to catch those, buddy. Here comes Halliburton. Fakes the handoff. He's going to put up the three over Merrill. Great defense from Merrill to cover two players there. Bad shot from Halliburton. He misses it, but they end up with the offensive rebound. Halliburton gets blocked by Strus at the end of the quarter. Donovan Mitchell's going to heave it at the buzzer. And that's going to be the end of the first half. 66-45. Tyrese Halliburton has been a mess. He has been a mess, y'all. They scored 13 points in that second quarter. 13 points. We saw the Knicks score 13 points in the first quarter in the previous game. The thing that brought them back was their defense. Does Indiana have it in them to dig in defensively against a fully stacked Cleveland team, who, by the way, Darius Garland only played 12 minutes with the 4 fouls? Ty Jerome has been a mess. Sam Merrill, like Kenny Atkinson doing a wise thing and just going away from Ty Jerome. He's going with Sam Merrill right now. He's more of a threat from a three. They guard him differently. And Sam Merrill has delivered. I really wanted to look at Tyrese Halliburton, though. 1 for 6. 2 points. 3 assists. 1 steal and a turnover. This guy was very deservedly, might I add, getting immense praise for the previous game. Immense praise. Very deservedly. Immense praise. Why is it 61-44? What happened? They take a point away? Is that right? Is that right? What's my score? They say 61-44. Why do I have 66? Why is my score so off? Am I crazy? Am I crazy? Or is ESPN crazy? No, they have 66-45. My score is correct. It's exactly what they have here on the broadcast. I rewinded it to check. 66-45. I don't know what ESPN has going on right now, but this score is incorrect. I wanted to look at Halliburton in the last game, in which they had the crazy comeback. He hit the 3 at the end of the game. Tyrese Halliburton was 7 for 11 in that game, so he didn't really take a ton of shots either in that game. Bro, what is this, ESPN? Why is this ad here? And I can't even get rid of it. Jeez Louise. He had 19 points, 9 rebounds, only 4 assists. So if he gets hot in the second half, he could replicate it. But the previous game was a pretty rough game for him as well. Until that fourth quarter came. So it's going to come down to a full 48-minute game. I just remembered Jarace Walker's also on this team. Right? I like Jarace Walker a lot. I like him a lot. Kiana Bryan, what's up, Kiana? Jeff Brown, let's go Cavs. Here they come, buddy. Here they come. Here tonight, who is getting back to them? Miles Turner scored the first 10 points of the game for them. Only had 2 points since then. And then Mathurin came off the bench and was a nice spark plug for them. Didn't do anything else. 2 turnovers, 2 fouls, no rebounds, no assists, no nothing. But 13 points, I mean, that's what he's there for, right? Come off the bench and give me buckets. And he did that. He's done that. 4 for 8 from the field, 2 for 6 from 3. Maybe too many threes, right? 6 of his 8 shot attempts from 3-point range is exactly what Cleveland wants from you, Ben Mathurin. But you know, you're coming in trying to be a spark plug. So all right. Zero Tolerance Bully Kennel said, I am either taking the day off tomorrow or go out early and back home by 1. Yeah, man. It is appointment viewing tomorrow for sure. For sure. Justice's dad said T-Wolves versus Knicks would be the story of the year. Yeah, literally the 2 teams that made the trade before the season started thinking, we can't win with this guy. We have to trade for that guy. Both teams had that in mind. Minnesota a little less so because it was more of a money thing, but Yak said Knicks against Rando and Dante also. Yeah, that would be the huge storyline. Literally the 2 teams that made the blockbuster trade before the season started and both of them ended up in the finals would be glorious. Would be glorious. Keanu Bryan, if the Knicks make it all the way to the finals and we face the Wolves, ain't no way Randall's going to beat us. Highly doubt it. But Randall's, he's been playing a lot better. He's been playing a lot better as the season went on with Minnesota, finding his spots on the court, finding how to play with his teammates. It takes a while. Yak said, much rather play Pacers than Cleveland if we're hunting for a chip. I think both teams are equal here. I'm not going to lie. I think both teams are equal. Or close to equal. Cleveland has a bit of an edge. But I think both teams are pretty equal. And I think it's going to be a tough series in the conference finals either way. I really do. Yak said, oh, I read that one. I bet. Justice's dad said, OG would lock up Edwards. Sorry. Yeah. He'd keep him out on the perimeter the same way he's doing to Tatum, forcing him to shoot jump shots. Yak said, Rando having a really good playoffs. Dante has struggled, and Ant's been up and down. And Anthony Edwards hurting his ankle the other day is not going to help. Dante's been up and down offensively. He brings energy, though. They love him having him out there. Anthony Edwards has been exuberantly complimentary to Dante, so you know he's not going anywhere. But he has struggled almost all season, pretty much all season. Shirley Willis, what's up, Shirley? Right now, I just want the Knicks to win tomorrow as a nice birthday gift. Happy birthday, Shirley. I too, man. Me too. I'm rooting for it. Justice's dad said Edwards would have career lows against McHale and OG. They definitely look to lock him up for sure. Absolutely. Yak said Bridges would be on and OG needed for the Wolves' size. Yeah, and in that series, obviously, you go to a lot, and I mean a lot of Robinson Towns, right, to match Gobert Randall, and even Randall Naj Reid and Gobert Naj Reid. You go to a lot of Robinson Towns in that series. But let's not get ahead of ourselves. We got business to take up tomorrow afternoon. Kwame Robinson, I'd rather play Cleveland. I think it's tough either way. I think Indiana's tough. Don't underestimate Indiana. And I think obviously Cleveland's tough. They won 64 games this year. Shaq Hollis said, what would be your game plan for tomorrow if you were the coach? I wouldn't look to change too much. I'd lean into a little bit more of Robinson Towns and also having Deuce McBride out there, trying to steal minutes with Deuce out there as often as I could. I'd go to earlier offense for Mikal Bridges. I think you've seen when they run a little bit more offense for him and he gets to that mid-range shot, it helps him calibrate his three-point shot. So asking him to stand in the corner and just find rhythm by being a catch-and-shoot player in the early offense isn't great. I'd use him a little bit more as a ball handler and keep Brunson running off of screens off ball. One, to get movement off of ball, because when you're and Steph Curry's proved this, and Brunson knows Steph Curry with his threat off ball. Steph Curry is the most threatening off ball player in NBA history. But simply running actions for your best player off ball makes the defense worry, right? Because if you're guarding in space and you're off ball, and even when you're on ball and Brunson's running around screens along the baseline trying to get open, you're constantly doing this. Like, where's Brunson? Where's Brunson? Is he behind me? Where is he? Oh, okay, he's over there now. Oh, he's coming back through. Okay. Yeah, I'm passing him over to you. Like, you're constantly looking behind you, and that allows players like Josh Hart, like Bridges, like Anunoby, who are all three great cutters, to cut across the lane. It also allows Karl-Anthony Towns to have more open space to work with. You're spreading the court for Karl-Anthony Towns versus Karl-Anthony Towns spreading the space for Jalen Brunson. He kind of flipped that on its head. So I'd run more actions for Jalen off ball because on ball he's being guarded by two of the best perimeter defenders in the NBA in Holiday and Derek White. So I would look to find offense with Brunson off ball as possible. I think the biggest adjustments the Knicks have to make are offensively. Their offense has been bad in this series. And part of that is because the Celtics have been locking up on defense, but the Knicks have to be able to adjust and find the openings and the cracks in their armor. So I'd look to run offense with Bridges and Hart early, and Anunoby and Hart early, and even Towns and Hart early, and keep Brunson running off ball to keep him fresh for later in the game as much as possible. Lionel Moda said, can't afford to lose to the Celtics tomorrow. Can't afford to lose any of these games. You really can't. They're the defending champions. They're down on the mat. Don't have them come back up. Justice's dad said OKC Nuggets going 7. I hope so, Justice's dad, but that was a 40-point blowout the other night. So I hope tonight's a good game. Mike said, didn't we beat OKC this year? We did not. We went 0-11, the most famous 0-11 season you've ever seen in your life. The Knicks went 0-4 against Cleveland, 0-4 against Boston, and then 0-2 against OKC. The first game was close. Second game was a blowout. Justice's dad said Missoula had his time. Boston will be running him out of town soon. It is tough being a head coach in the NBA, man. It is very tough being a head coach in the NBA. Literally any bad year and everybody wants you out. I mean, we all want Tom Thibodeau out, and he has been coaching his absolute butt off in these playoffs. You know, rent due Tibbs is nothing to be trifled with. When the rent is due, Tom Thibodeau's there. Justice's dad said Knicks had 2 wild losses to OKC this year, had a lead in one, and lost one on a buzzer beater in one game. Was it a buzzer beater? I think you're thinking of something else, Justice said. They had a close game against OKC the first time in OKC. We had a close game against them, and then the second game in the Garden was an absolute blowout. Wasn't even close. Isaac Okoro just being out of the rotation. Who could have guessed it? Who could have guessed it? Rick Carlisle on the Pacers finding minutes for 10 players. I mean, Ben Shepherd only played 2 minutes, and he came in and he knocked down a huge three, to tie it up at the end of the first quarter. But they're not really getting anything off the bench. 0 for 4 from the field from McConnell. Toppin knocked down a floater in the lane. Thomas Bryant's just grabbed 3 rebounds, had a block, but not getting a ton of production out of the bench. I mean, they kind of are, but it's being carried by Mathurin. Which works because they're not getting any production out of their starters. 2 for 6 for Siakam, 1 for 4 for Nesmith, 1 for 5 for Nembhard, 1 for 6 for Halliburton. 1 for 11 from your backcourt is rough. As for the Cavs, they're not getting anything off the bench. Hunter has 3, Ty Jerome has 2, Sam Merrill has 3. For as deep as Cleveland was seen to be, it has been their starting 5 that has carried them here tonight. 17 for Donovan Mitchell, 13 for Max Strus, 13 for Jared Allen, 10 for Mobley, only 5 for Garland, coming back from the foot injury, the toe injury, but picked up the 4 fouls, so it didn't get to stay in there too often. Only played the 12 minutes, half the game so far. Justice's dad said Game 1 in OKC, they got calls and stormed back. That was pretty much a close game, if I remember correctly, Justice said. I think the largest lead was like 10 or 11 or something. But that was a very close game majority of the way through, and then they turned it up in the fourth quarter the way they did majority of the season, and then OKC pulled away at the end. But it was close for the most part. And like you said, they kind of got some calls and stormed back, but they were very even throughout that game. Game 2 was an absolute blowout. I remember that. Everybody was very upset. Nick Yak said, I think Minnesota can win rebounding against OKC. Hartenstein struggles against centers who play down low. Yeah, he does, but Hartenstein's really good against like unskilled centers or quote unquote unskilled centers. So like a Rudy Gobert, I think he'd be pretty decent against. Can beat him to spots and outsmart him a little bit with his positioning. And then you add Chet Holmgren. I don't know. OKC should win the West. They should. They should be the favorites. Halliburton gets it inside to Turner. Tried to as Mobley came from behind and picked it off. We're started the third quarter here, and it starts off with a Pacers turnover. Mitchell has it up top. Cross-court pass to Strus. He's going to pump fake. Can get back up top to Garland. Swings it over to Mitchell. Start of the third quarter. Here we go. Cavs coming out with force. Garland jab step up top, dancing with it. A step back fall away 3. Off the side of the rim, can't get it to go. Looked off balance on that one. Here comes Halliburton. Cross-court pass. Gets knocked out of bounds by Strus. Halliburton seems all over the place right now. Mike said, I thought we won that first game. We did not. Justice's dad said both games were in January. They were. It was an awkward stretch for the Knicks there. Nembhard over the top pass to Turner, kicks it out to Siakam, wide open above the break three again, continues to misfire from there. And here comes Darius Garland bringing it down for the Cavaliers. Garland coming to his right off an Allen screen, gets space, pass fake for Mobley, wide open on the right wing. Mobley's going to fire, in and out, can't get that one to stay. Nembhard with the rebound, and a foul on Donovan Mitchell, just getting tied up with Nesmith there. Zero tolerance that if we get out of the East, we're taking home. I feel confident of that. Let's get out of the East first, and then we'll talk about it. Justice's stats, Knicks up 100 to 101. Final was 117-107. Yeah, the Thunder turned up the defense, forced a lot of turnovers. Yeah, I remember that. I remember that game. It was close, and then OKC turned it up at the end and got hot. Wasn't that the game? Aaron Wiggins. Yeah, Aaron Wiggins took over in the fourth quarter. That was the game. That was that first one. And then the second one was Isaiah Joe. Hit like 6 threes in a quarter or something. It was crazy. Mitchell on the left wing for a three. Splashes it for the first basket of the second half. And it's 69-45. If this hits 30 points, we're signing off early. Siakam, a follow-away jumper, gets it to go. Because 25, I think they could come back from. If it hits 30, we're cutting it there. Garland shoves it over to Mitchell. Mitchell, another three as the trailer this time. Off the back rim, long rebound, fight for it. Mitchell had it, lost it. Nesmith dies on it, gets it out to Siakam. Siakam pushing it, one-on-one against Strus. Scoop lay with the left hand, got it to go. Back to 20. Garland bringing it down. He has it up top, being guarded by Nesmith. Coming to his left, off a high Jared Allen screen, crossing over to his right in the lane, going under the basket. Stops, turns, struggles with his handle. Shoves it over to Allen. Allen driving it down right past Turner, and he throws it down with the right hand. Tried to get the home run pass to Siakam, and Mobley picks it off. Some really sloppy play from Indiana here. Mobley spins, kicks it out to Garland. Garland's going to settle for a straightaway three. Off the back rim, can't get it to go. Mitchell comes in for the offensive rebound. The long rebound. They get it back to Garland. Garland throws it over the top to Mobley. Has it in the post against Nembhard. Backing him down. Spins off of him, going along the baseline. And gets tripped up as he falls down, and they're going to call the foul on Indiana. A little over 9 minutes to go. The 22-point lead, 71-49. Robin said, terrible game for the Pacers. Yeah, they've been pretty bad all game long, literally from the start. Garland crosses over to his left, crosses back over to his right, tried to shovel it over to Jared Allen. Ball got knocked loose. Donovan Mitchell able to pick it up and save it. Shot clock winding down. He's got to chuck it up. Spins, fall away jumper, can't get it to go. Strus, another offensive rebound, and he gets fouled by Halliburton. And the team that's up 22 points is absolutely out hustling the team that should be in desperation mode right now. Mobley has it up top. Hands it off to Garland. Garland being guarded by Nesmith. Coming to his right up the Mobley screen. Tried to hit the pocket pass to Mobley, but a kickball violation on Siakam. Got his foot in there. Under 9 to go. 22-point deficit. Halliburton struggling mightily tonight. Only 2 points. Could never be my point guard. Mobley has it up top, being guarded by Siakam. Gets it over to Strus. Strus coming to his left. Pocket pass to Mobley. Mobley in the lane gets the righty layup. And everything very easy for Cleveland right now. 24-point lead. Nembhard rushing it down, gets it over to Turner. Hands it off to Halliburton. Halliburton pulling it back out, being guarded by Strus. Coming to his left. Pump fake, cross-court pass. Turner saves it out to Nembhard. Nembhard crossing over, steps back. Mobley on his back foot. Wide open mid-range jumper, can't get it to go. Allen with the rebound. Here comes Garland. 24-point game. Garland crossing over to his left, a pull-up three. Trying to extend 27. Off the back rim, can't get it to go. Garland missing all that time. Very rusty from the perimeter today. Can't buy a basket from the perimeter. Nesmith looking to attack Mitchell. A lot of contact. Got the layup to go. Big, strong move from Aaron Nesmith. 73-51, a 22-point deficit. Indiana calls a timeout. 8 minutes to go here in the third quarter. Justice's Debts have been whispering about the Knicks to anyone with ears this year about our Knicks. I've been trying to, I literally have 82 games of evidence this year of me telling people, relax. We're going to be all right in the long term. Literally 82 games. Of all of the complaints I had, all of the criticisms I had, and I'm not ashamed of any of it because I will double down and believe in absolutely every single one that I had. At the end of it all, I caution people who were not believers. It's going to be all right. We're going to get into the playoffs. Brunson's a playoff riser. Josh Hart's a playoff riser. We're going to see what's up with Karl Anthony Towns. Mitchell Robinson's a playoff riser. And oh, by the way, Mr. Little O Thomas Thibodeau is a playoff riser. When push comes to shove and the rent is due and he's got to make a change, my man has stepped up. These past 5 years, he stepped up every single time. Every single time he stepped up. And here he is again this year, stepping up. Now, we're up 2 games on Boston. That does not mean the work is over. When they win tomorrow and they go up 3 games to nothing, it does not mean the series is over. Series ends when you get 4 wins. Robin said, feel bad for Indiana fans? I don't know how you could feel bad for those people. Justice's dad said 3 wishes. This series versus the Celtics, then the next series, then the finals. Come on. Dude, they win the finals this year, and I think they have a chance. I've been saying that all year. I think this is a finals contending roster. Even with the lack of depth, they have 7 that they can trust. They have 7 really good, really quality players that they can trust. Obviously, the starting 5, and then you throw Robinson and Deuce McBride off the bench. That's enough. That's enough, right? They have enough. Donovan Mitchell's 8 for 18 from the floor. He's hit 3 threes. He's got 20 points. But it's really everybody getting in on the action. 15 for Jared Allen, 12 for Mobley, 13 for Max Strus, only 5 for Garland. Only 5 for Garland. If Garland was having a regular game, he's 1 for 6 from 3 on pretty decent looks. 2 for 9 overall. It's his first game back from the toe injury. But you could see the rust. He's getting wide open looks. You could see the rust. And Cleveland's winning the rebounding battle tonight, 39-21. They have 14 offensive rebounds to the Pacers, 2. Oh my goodness, 23 second chance points for the Cavs, 4 for the Pacers. Ay, ay, ay. Garland's going to bring it down, gets it over to Strus. Strus coming to his right off a Jared Allen screen. Scoop layup with the right hand, got it to go. Back to 24. They get this to 30. We're getting out of here. Nembhard coming to his left. Pass fake. Takes up his dribble, gets it out to Nesmith. Nesmith being guarded by Garland. Coming to his left, driving it down, gets under the basket, kicks it out to Turner. Turner extra pass to Nembhard. Nembhard being guarded by Mitchell, driving it to his left. Draws the foul. Can't get the shot to go, but he's going to go to the foul line for 2 free throws. That is the 4th foul on Donovan Mitchell. 4 fouls on Garland, 4 fouls on Mitchell. They call the foul on the floor, by the way. No free throws. Nembhard has it on the left wing. Coming to his right off a Turner screen. In the lane. Takes it out. Nesmith wide open on the relocation. Straight away. Splashes it. Indiana refusing to go away. They're going to hang around here. It's 21. Mobley bringing it down. Cross-court pass to Mitchell in the left corner. He's trying to get the 3 points right back. And he gets them right back. Terrible defense from Indiana there as Miles Turner hit the floor and he's hurting. Struggling to get up right now. And he's going to limp his way down the court. Neesmith up top to Siakam. Siakam gets it over to Turner. Turner back to Siakam. And he says, I don't even want nothing to do with it right now. I'm going to go stand in the corner. Not feeling right. Siakam up top to Neesmith. Neesmith coming to his right, down the lane. Pump fake, behind the back pass to Turner. Turner's going to put it on the floor now and attack. Scoop layup with the left hand. Got it to go. I guess he's feeling good enough to get a basket, though. Ain't it crazy? Ain't it crazy? Garland coming to his left. Hesitation move. Pocket pass to Jared Allen. Down the lane. Gets swatted at the basket by Miles Turner. You got to go up stronger than that, Jared Allen. And Nembhard just bullying his way down the lane. They shovel it over to Halliburton. He gets an easy floater out of it. It's back to 20. And Strus bringing it down. And Turner's in serious pain right now. They got Thomas Bryant at the scores table, but they can't bring him in. There's been no dead ball. Strus is going to blow by the defense and get the one-handed dunk. Terrible defense from Indiana right now. Obviously, Turner's laboring, but you either got to call. I guess they don't want to use up a timeout. Halliburton down the lane gets blocked at the basket by Mobley. And here come the Cavs pushing it the other way. And Neesmith finally uses a foul there. Grabbing up Donovan Mitchell. They get Miles Turner up out of this game right now. Justice's dad said, a little bit cooler outside tonight. It's going to be a super hot summer, I feel it. We've been getting these droughts during the summer, man. So, was it a clear path foul? Donovan Mitchell's at the foul line. He misses a free throw. What do we do with missing free throws? Turner and Aaron Neesmith got caught up. It looks like Turner maybe rolled the ankle or something. He immediately went to go grab the ankle. Justice's dad said Garland will be embarrassed by what he did as a young player when he gets to another team. I don't know what we're talking about. Justice's dad. Garland down the lane. Throws it up at the basket. Tossed up an air ball. He was the first one to touch it, so it's a travel. Garland's been all over the place tonight. All over the place. 80-58. Past the halfway point here. Under 6 to go. Nembhard's going to bring it down. Only 22. Definitely possible, even though Indiana's been horrible tonight. Nembhard crosses over, goes under the basket, bends off the defenders, and he gets a layup to go. Tough move from Andrew Nembhard. Back to 20. Garland has it up top against Neesmith. Driving it down, gets under the basket, loses the handle again. Jared Allen able to save it, tries to get it out, but Nembhard picks it off. A bad pass and some really sloppy play. Nembhard along 2 gets it to go. And a timeout from the Cavs. Some really sloppy play from Cleveland. What are you doing, Cleveland? Like, just relax. Run your offense. What are you rushing it for? Darius Garland is not being a point guard right now. At all. At all. Darius Garland, as the point guard of the team with Donovan Mitchell out of the game, he is rushing it. He is absolutely rushing it to the basket. And, like, he's rusty today. He's turning the ball over. He's mishandling it. What are you rushing it for, Darius Garland? Relax. Pull it back. Run your offense. You have the lead. Run some clock, right? Pull it back out and say, hey, let's run our half-court offense. What are we rushing it in transition for? Why rush it? Why rush it? Ben Watkins, appreciate you, Ben. Rolano said, I'm back, and the Pacers are getting put in a grinder. Yeah, they're getting smacked up right now for sure. But it's not over yet. We've seen big comebacks before. Jelana. Justice's dad said, I feel like Garland will be one of the greats when he's finished, but get to a team with real vets will learn a bunch more and improve his game. He's on a team with some vets. Jared Allen's a vet. Donovan Mitchell's a vet. Max Strus is a vet. He's got some vets on the bench. He's got Tristan Thompson. He's got some dudes around him that should be able to help him take the pressure off. And he's good. And this is probably the best season of his career this year. But it's just going to take time, man. It's just time and experience. He's what, 24, 25? Garland is 25. So he's got time, man. He's got time. Learn from these mistakes. Absolute putrid play right now from Darius Garland. Luckily, he's got a great team around him, and they're up 18. So it's not killing him too much. Doug Fresh, what's up, Doug? Can't depend on Indiana to win this game. Indiana going up 3-0 on Cleveland would be a crazy result. Cleveland felt the pressure. They brought all their guys back. They brought all of their guys back. They had 2 days off between Game 2 and tonight's Game 3. So got a little bit of extra rest for Mobley, Hunter, and Garland. Everybody active tonight for Cleveland. They know that this is a game they need. Can't go down 3-0 because the series is effectively over at that point. No team has ever come back from a 3-0 deficit. So, just that said, Tristan, I knew you were going to bring him up. Not that kind of experience, bro. I know, dog. I know. But he's still old, and he still is a veteran. So you have to bring him up. You have to. Nick Yak said, KP in the playoff shooting threes, 12%, and Horford against us shooting 10%. Our centers are killing Boston centers. Horford's looking his age right now. He's, 37? Porzingis is obviously dealing with whatever illness he has. And, yeah, man. I mean, they've got Neemias Quaid on the bench. They've got Xavier Tillman. I think they could provide you solid minutes. Luke Cornett's been very good in the series so far. I think you have players on the bench who you can go to, and Joe Mazzulla just doesn't trust them. And I get it. But at the same time, you got to try some things, man. You're down 0-2. You got a deep team. Here we go. We're back into it. Jerome gets it over to Allen. Allen over to Strus. Cross-court pass. Jerome, a left corner three. Can't get it to go. And before the shot attempt, foul on the floor on Indiana. And Turner's going to go back to the locker room. 5 minutes to go. Justice's dad said, I love that Porzingis is sick to his stomach. It's surreal. I don't know what's going on with him, man. And apparently nobody else does either. Jerome gets it into Jared Allen. Hands it off to Ty Jerome. Ty Jerome's been very bad all night. Tried to hit the pocket pass to Jared Allen. Got picked off by Indiana. Another bad turnover. Matherin, pull-up threes. They leave him open. They go under the screen, and he knocks it down, and it's a 15-point game. Here they come. Donovan Mitchell bringing it down. Crosses over to his right. Going one-on-one. Takes a bump. Flips it up. Gets the and one. Quiets the crowd just for a second. Said enough of that. Enough of that. (82, 65, 17-point game. Indiana's going on a bit of a run here. Donovan Mitchell quieting the crowd. At the foul line for his and one free throw. Got it to go. Back up to 18. Let's see how Indiana responds. Nembhard has been the catalyst here, but also their defense has been the catalyst. And we talked about it. If you're going to make a comeback, it's got to be from your defense. Your defense needs to lead your offense, even if you're an offensive team. Sam Merrill fouls T.J. McConnell trying to drive to the basket. Solano said, if the Pacers come back and win again, then we might see Knicks versus Pacers very soon. That'd be extremely embarrassing to the Cavs, especially considering that they got all their players back today. Obviously, some of them are compromised, not as healthy as they'd like to be, but this is the playoffs, man. Not everybody's healthy. Thomas Bryant misses a free throw. He's looking for a foul call. He's not going to get it. Donovan Mitchell driving it down, shoves it over to Hunter. Hunter, a one-dribble pull-up three. Hunter splashes it down, and just like that, back up to 21, and a timeout from Indiana. Carlisle's upset. He wanted a foul on the Thomas Bryant layup attempt against Jared Allen. He's upset. He's saying that's a 5-point swing right there. Maybe even a 6-point swing if he gets an and one. Obviously, Thomas Bryant missed the layup. So it's a 5-point swing. Carlisle's very upset. He's up off the bench. Maybe trying to rile his team up. Maybe trying to rile the fan base up. And they did give him the technical. They put Sam Merrill at the foul line, and he missed it. Why did Sam Merrill shoot the free throw when Donovan Mitchell was in the game? What is that about? Why would you do that? See the replay. Thomas Bryant pump fakes. Jared Allen goes up. Thomas Bryant leans in. He's upset he doesn't get the foul. And a ref you suck chant is raining down here in Indiana. They're down 21 with 4 minutes to go. And the Cavs have the ball. Oh, no, Indiana has the ball, excuse me. McConnell bringing it down. Cavs are back in that zone, a 3-2 zone. Mathurin has it up top. This gave them a ton of trouble in the second quarter, and it's how the Cavs built up a 20-point lead. McConnell hits it in the corner to top, and he's going to pump fake, drive it down along the baseline floater. Comes up short. Jared Allen rips away a rebound. And here comes Ty Jerome. Ty Jerome coming to his right off an Allen screen. Takes it over to Donovan Mitchell. Right corner three in a relocation. Off the back rim, can't get it to go. Jared Allen gets fouled by Thomas Bryant holding on to him. Thomas Bryant's very upset. But my man is hacking and whacking away right now. And Cleveland is now in the bonus, so Jared Allen's going to go to the foul line for 2 free throws, where he's only missed 1 so far during their playoff run. And he knocks down the first free throw. Jared Allen is just an absolute marksman from the foul line right now. Miles Turner subbing back in. Went back to the locker room, probably got retaped. Got that ankle retaped. Halliburton's also going to check in with him. Jared Allen goes 2 for 2 from the foul line. 2 perfect free throws. I don't know what's gone into him, but that man can't miss free throws right now. Indiana down 23. Thomas Bryant, on his way to the bench, gets called for a technical. What are you doing, brother? You're down 23. And Carlisle's going to go talk to him right now like, what are you doing? What are you doing? What's the point of that? He's like, I already picked up the technical for you. I already argued with the rest for you. What are you doing now picking up another technical? Cavs knocked down their free throw. 24-point game. Thomas Bryant's very upset. But what's the point of that? Thomas Bryant, what are you doing? What are you doing? McConnell has it up top. Driving it down. Gets into the mid-range. His spot. He knocks down a little midi jumper. Found the crease in the defense there in the zone. Mitchell brings it down. Has it on the right wing. Coming to his left. Driving it down. Step back. Pump fakes. Gets it over to Merrill. Now over to Jerome. Jerome, jab step, puts up a left wing 3. Comes up short. Ty Jerome has been absolutely awful here tonight. McConnell's going to put his head down and attack, gets to the front of the basket, draws a foul, and Sam Merrill is going to go to the foul line for 2 free throws. 3 minutes to go. So TJ McConnell's at the foul line for 2 free throws. Knocks down the first one. Has a chance to now get back down to 20. Largest lead of the game for Cleveland, then 24. Connell knocks down both of them. Mitchell will bring it down. Some full court pressure from Ben Mathurin here. Matherin's digging in defensively. Putting a ton of pressure on Mitchell. Mitchell coming to his left. Steps back. A straightaway 3 over Mathurin. In and out halfway down. Can't get it to stay though. Settling for shots from Cleveland. What are you doing? Here comes TJ McConnell across the lane. Kicks it out the top and top in a big momentum 3. Can't get it to go. Mitchell with the rebound. Bringing it down the other way. He's going to turn on the Jets. 1-on-1 against Halliburton. Scoops it over to Merrill. Merrill wide open three. Can't get it to go. You just got to go up and dunk that down, Donovan Mitchell. Obi Toppin driving it down. Gets it knocked out of his hands by Sam Merrill. It's going to remain with Indiana. Great defense from Sam Merrill, though, to get back and knock the ball out of Toppin's hands. You know that was about to be a highlight. And that's off of Obi Toppin. But they missed it. No, they are going to use their challenge. They are going to use their challenge. It's a good challenge. It's off of Obi Toppin. Just slipped out of his hands. Merrill got his fingertips on it, but then Toppin slipped it out of his hands. So the ball is going to go back to Cleveland. We got Giants talk in the chat. Giants. Namar said, I love Abdul Carter. We have Jackson Dart. What y'all think about Jackson Dart, man? What y'all think about Jackson Dart? I don't know what to think. I really don't. Halliburton's now 2 for 8. I'm keeping track of it. Got 4 points. Having a ton of praise last couple of days, and he's come out and thrown up a stinker. Absolute stinker. Jack said Dart isn't playing quarterback this year. He's third string or until Giants eliminate. But what do you think about him long term? I have no idea yet. I have no idea what to think about him. Do you think he... I guess it's too early to tell, right? We're not going to see him for a while. You're right. Bro. So the call on the floor was out of bounds off of the Cavs. There's no foul there, by the way. There's no foul there, by the way. I completely disagree with that review. But what they ruled was, the initial rule on the floor was out of bounds off of Sam Merrill, off of Cleveland. Kenny Atkinson called the timeout, used the challenge, and said, no, it was off of Obi Toppin last. The refs went to go review it, and they were like, actually, there was a foul on Sam Merrill. So we're going to send Obi Toppin to the foul line. Just an absolute brutal challenge there from Kenny Atkinson and the Cavs. Toppin can't take advantage of it, though, as he misses a free throw. Toppin does knock down the second one, at least. Hunter's going to bring it down. Hunter has it up top. Gets it over to Mobley. Mobley being guarded by Toppin. Hands it off to Strus. Strus coming to his right. Throws the lob to Mobley. And he throws down a two-handed slam. Back to 21. Indiana's done a good job of hanging around, but they have not chipped away at this lead at all. Cleveland's still in that zone. The zone is probably put in place, one, to disrupt the Pacers' offense, but also to keep Donovan Mitchell from picking up his 5th foul. He's sitting with 4. Darius Garland's sitting with 4. And they call a foul on DeAndre Hunter as, who was that? Matherin was cutting across the lane, so they're in the bonus. Both teams in the bonus now with 1:48 to go here in the third quarter. Matherin's at the foul line for 2 free throws. Knocks down the first one. Matherin goes 2 for 2 from the foul line. And it's a 19-point game. Not insurmountable. Unlikely, but not improbable. So we got to stick around and watch it. We've seen too many comebacks here in these playoffs. Mobley 1-on-1 against Turner. Goes along the baseline. Pulling it back out. Hands it off to Hunter. Hunter's going to step back for a 3 over Toppin. Excellent contest from Toppin. Off the back rim, can't get it to go. Turner comes in and snatches the rebound. Here comes Matherin. Shot out of a cannon. Shoves it over to Toppin. A right corner 3. Off the back rim, can't get it to go. McConnell knocks the rebound over to Halliburton. Swings it over to Matherin. And Matherin knocks down that left corner 3 there. A huge momentum shot for the Pacers. It is down to 16. And Mobley's going to look to attack and draws the foul on Turner. And a foul on the floor on Turner. But they're in the bonus, so he's going to the foul line for 2 free throws with a minute to go. It's 3 fouls on Turner. The only foul trouble is 3 fouls on Turner, 4 fouls on Mitchell, 4 fouls on Garland. Mobley knocks down the first one. He's got one more coming. One minute to go here in the third. It's a 17-point game. $18-point game. McConnell's going to bring it down. Up top. Cavs in that zone. 3-2 up top. Over to Halliburton. Halliburton on the right wing. Tries to hit the no-look pass. Toppin saves it. And a foul as DeAndre Hunter was going for the loose ball. Fouls Ben Matherin. Matherin's going to go to the foul line for 2 more free throws. Terrible foul from DeAndre Hunter. And now Hunter and Matherin going at it. And they give a double technical foul to DeAndre Hunter and Ben Matherin. And DeAndre Hunter and Ben Matherin, like, we're just talking. We're just having a conversation. And it really was nothing. They were just talking as Ben Matherin was going to the foul line. And I get the official being like, hey, we're not having none of that. No fracas here tonight. But, like, it hasn't really been that at all. Matherin knocks down the first free throw. I think Matherin was saying, well, what are you going to do? So who knows what was being said? Maybe the official stepped in and was like, whoa, we're not doing none of that. I'm not having none of that. We're going to get to the end of the game, and I'm getting out of the building. Matherin knocks down both free throws. DeAndre Hunter bringing it down. Has it on the left wing. Hands it off to Mitchell. 43 seconds to go. 93-77. Mitchell has it up top being guarded by Matherin. Coming to his right off the Mobley screen. Mitchell down the lane. Cross-court pass. Hunter, left corner. Mishandled the pass. Now driving it down against Toppin. Puts up the floater. Draws the foul. He's going to go to the foul line for 2 free throws. Thomas Bryant's back in the game, and he's still shaking his head. He's still upset. And that was a little ticky-tack foul for DeAndre Hunter. Here he is. Refs are going to start calling it closer. Hunter knocks down the first free throw. He's got another one coming. Hunter knocks down both free throws. McConnell gets it over to Matherin. Matherin pulls it up top. They've passed the point of the 2-for-1. Halliburton gets caught in the air, kicks it over to top it. Now out to McConnell. McConnell driving to his right in the middle of the lane, puts up a little jumper in the paint, gets it to go. Why do you leave that guy when he's in the paint? That man's going to knock down that little pull-up jumper. Mitchell lost the handle on the ball, picks it back up. He's going to go to the basket and get the layup out of it anyway. Back up to 18. Halliburton's going to break it down. They're going to end up with the 2-for-1 anyway, as Mitchell had to go early, as he almost lost the handle on it. Toppin's going to pump fake, one dribble, pull up 3 straight away. Terrible shot for Obi Toppin, but that's going to be the end of the third quarter there. We got 12 more minutes of basketball. Indiana's down how many points? 18? 18's not insurmountable, man. Knicks were down, 16 with 8 minutes to go in the other game? So we got to hang around. We have to. Unfortunately, we have to. Unfortunately, even though Cleveland has had pretty much control the whole time here tonight, outside of a couple of runs from Indiana early, we're going to have to hang around. We have to. We have to check it out. If our point guard ever had a performance like this, 4 points, 5 assists, there'd be a whole lot of slander online, I'll tell you that. I would tell you that. 4 points for Tyrese Halliburton. He was absolutely non-existent in that third quarter. Like, brother, your team is down 20. They need you, big dog. They need you. Nembhard was really the only guy who got something going in that third quarter. Kept his team hanging around, got it as low as 16. He has 10 points now. Turner has 14, and again, he scored the first 10 points of the game. Since then, he's at 4. Delano said, does Jalen Brunson ever dunk? He's got some dunks, man. He's got some dunks. He can get up there. He's got to have a wide open lane, though. He's got to be by himself. He's not dunking in no half court, I'll tell you that. My PG plays low to the ground, brother. We play low to the ground. Neesmith with 7, Siakam with 8 overall there, and then Mathurin off the bench with 20. Nice hit for them. Even McConnell found some creases in the defense. He's got 8.6 assists. He's been solid. 8 for 26 from 3 for the Pacers, 11 for 35 for the Cavs, 16 for 22 from the foul line for them, 19 for 23 from the foul line for the Pacers, so everything's about even. But the rebounding battle, 27 for the Pacers, 43 for the Cavs, and that is your game right there, y'all. That is your game right there. The rebounding battle. Turnovers, Cavs have 10. Pacers have 9. So again, about even. Everything's about even. It's the rebounding. What about the shot attempts? 63 for the Pacers, 79 for the Cavs. 16 more shot attempts. Yeah, you're not winning that game, guys. They have 16 more shot attempts, man. Hart said Detroit could use an upgraded power forward and more consistency out of the shooting guard. Beasley can shoot. Was okay this year. Ivy was hurt and is only 22. He can give an upgrade by just being, there. Year more experienced and mature. I love Detroit. You guys know I was very complimentary of Detroit all year. I was very complimentary of Detroit last year. Again, I have the receipts. Now that we're live for all these games, I have the receipts. But I've always loved a lot of the Pistons draft picks. I love Duren coming out of the draft. I loved Cade Cunningham. Still love him. Loved Jaden Ivey coming out of the draft. He was a player where I was like, just trade up and get Jaden Ivey. And then he didn't do that. Didn't listen to me. I can see the future a little bit. All right, here we go. Start of the fourth quarter. We got 12 minutes of basketball. Can Indiana pull off the impossible and go up 3-0 here? The impossible comeback. Strus has to chuck up a shot, airballs it. The shot clock is winding down. McConnell has it on the right wing, looking to attack along the baseline. Got to pull it back out. Quick crossover, goes back under the basket. Takes it up top to Toppin. Takes it over to Siakam. Siakam shoves it over to McConnell. McConnell in the middle of the lane. Over Evan Mobley. Comes up well short. Siakam with the offensive rebound, and he lays it back up and in. Here comes Garland bringing it down. Garland's back in. Barely saw him in that third quarter. Garland's been a bit of a mess tonight. He's going to fire up a straightaway three and splashes that one. Maybe don't leave him wide open. Maybe don't leave him wide open. Back up to 19. Home run pass to Toppin. Toppin has it on the right wing. Being guarded by Merrill. Spins along the baseline. Somehow finds a way to get it over to Siakam. And then Strus comes from behind and fouls him. Really dumb, silly foul from Max Strus. Send them Siakam to the foul line for one more. What was Strus going to do? Why did you go up and look to contest that, Max Strus? Brother, what? Justice says that's a JB is Steph lefty and with braids. I mean, Steph is a 1 of 1 with the shooting, but yeah, man. Siakam knocks down his and one free throw. Garland's going to bring it down, back down to 16. Look, you had it up to 19, and then, yeah, even if Siakam gets a dunk, it's 17. Now it's 16. 16 feels possible. We just saw a 16-point comeback in the fourth quarter when the Knicks did it to the Celtics. What are the Cavs doing giving the Pacers hope here? Garland driving it down, gets tripped up. He's going to the foul line for 2 free throws. So Garland's going to be at the foul line for 2 free throws. They're up 16, can put them up 18. Garland knocks down the first one. He's got one more coming. Big game coming on next. We will not be doing. Too late. Too late. Game 3. OKC versus Denver in Denver. Garland rattles in both free throws. Here comes McConnell bringing it down against Merrill. Hands it off to Mathurin. It looks like the Cavs are back in a man-to-man. Nesmith has it up top, swings it out to Siakam. Siakam being guarded by Mobley. Trying to get it down low to Toppin. They get it to him in the post, being guarded by Merrill. Toppin's going to back him down, pass fake, inside, Siakam, reverse layup. Obi Toppin working out of the mid-post. Mid-post work from Obi Toppin, finding Siakam as the cutter. Back to 16, trading baskets. Merrill gets it over to Mobley. Mobley's dancing with it up top. 1-on-1 against Siakam now, driving to his right, spinning, coming to his left, across the lane, fall-away jumper, comes up short. And then a foul on the floor against Nesmith, fouling DeAndre Hunter, so the ball is going to stay here. Nick Yak said, we watched all year, get it to 10 with 5 minutes, and the game is in play. Yeah. I mean, they've got their own mini Brunson in Tyrese Halliburton, who's proven to be very clutch. Even though he's had a putrid game today, you got to expect that maybe he'll come through. Maybe. Keenan Hart said Obi turned out a player. I always knew from day one. I knew he was going to be a player. I was 1,000% confident in that. Jared Allen takes Pascal Siakam off the dribble and goes all the way to the basket for a scoop layup. Back to 18. Again, trading baskets. Toppin again out of the mid-post. Hits McConnell, comes to the basket. He got the layup to go. And McConnell screaming in the face of the ref. Doesn't give him a tech there. And he's still screaming at him. Dean Wade has it up top. Hands it off to Hunter. Hunter's going to dance with it against Toppin. A pull-up three. Off the back rim. DeAndre Hunter hasn't done much all night as well. Still a 16-point game. 9 minutes to go here in the fourth quarter. Mitchell Dancing with it against Neesmith. Ooh, blew right past him on the crossover. Kicks it out to a wide open Dean Wade in the left corner. And he comes up short. Matherin with the rebound, and now he has it up top. Swings it over to McConnell. Get a down low to Siakam with Garland guarding him. Siakam's going to back him down. Picks up his dribble, gets it over to Toppin. Toppin inside to McConnell. McConnell, little pull-up jumper in the paint, got it to go. And here they come, y'all. It's a 14-point game. Here they come. 8.5 to go. A ton of time left. A ton of time left. And a foul in the backcourt on Dean Wade as McConnell draws the foul. And now he's going to the crowd, trying to rile up the crowd. Here come the Pacers, y'all. All the momentum pointing to Indiana. Yak said they still only play Obi 15 minutes. Maybe he's a 15-minute player, man. Still a really good 15-minute player. Knicks could use it, Obi Toppin. They could use a bucket getter off the bench. McConnell down the lane, kicks it out. Siakam wide open right corner three, and he got it to go. And here come the Pacers, y'all. An 11-point game. With Halliburton on the bench, by the way. 104-93. You know, I said I wish we had McConnell. Yeah, I like McConnell. I like McConnell a lot. I've always liked McConnell. We got our own McConnell, though. His name's Tyler Kolek, brother. We'll get there. We'll get there. Give him time to develop, right? How old is McConnell now? He's in his 30s, right? Give my man Tyler Kolek some time. We got him. We got him in the back. He's loading up. He's loading up. Delano said they can come back. Just got to pop 12 threes off. Or just get some defensive stops like they have been doing. Cleveland's playing with their food right now. Absolutely playing with their food right now. Hart said Halliburton, Schmaliburton. McConnell. He's been the guy who's led this comeback. He's been the guy who's led this comeback, riling up the fan base right now. Justice's dad said, Mitch has the Knicks field goal percentage record for doing exactly that. Oh, having a dunkathon? Yeah, what was it, like 73% from the field on pretty much nothing but dunks? What a great year for Mitch. What a great year. That was back when he was still bouncy. Now he's had all these lower extremity injuries. Not as bouncy. Not as bouncy as he used to be. It's very interesting that Indiana is able to do this right now with Halliburton on the bench. Obviously they're going to bring him in maybe now with 8:22 to go. Maybe now. But you're going to have to bring Donovan Mitchell in. This is an absolute must-win game. I would have brought him in earlier than now. He'll likely come back in now. He's at 29 points. But you need a steadying force right now. You need somebody to take the reins of your offense, and your offense has been sputtering. Your offense has been pretty bad when Donovan Mitchell's not been in the game. And he's only played 32 minutes so far. So, final 8 minutes of the game. He's not going to be in the game. What do you do? Oh, he is in the game. Excuse me. He was inbounding. Here comes Donovan Mitchell bringing it down. Hit ahead. Sam Merrill wide open left corner 3. Comes up short. Mitchell with the offensive rebound though. Has it in the paint. He's going to pull it all the way back out. Mitchell has it up top being guarded by Nesmith. Driving it down in the lane. Stops. Turns. Fall the way over Siakam. Got it to go. Like I said, you needed a steadying force in the game right now. Topping up top. Swings it over to Siakam. Cavs have Garland, Mitchell, Sam Merrill, Max Strus, and Jared Allen in the game right now. And Garland one-on-one against Mathurin. Mathurin just goes right past him and lays it up and in. Garland with the 4 fouls, not wanting to pick up a 5th there. But Mobley's not in the game. He's at the scores table right now. Got to have your best players in the game, Kenny Atkinson. What are you doing? Mitchell step back 3. Huge shot for Donovan Mitchell. Siakam has it on the left wing, being guarded by Allen. Driving it down, spins to his left. Now going along the baseline. Gets blocked by Jared Allen, trying to do too much, forcing it. And turnover ball is going to go back to the Cavs. Henry Beto, what's up, Henry? And now they're comparing every team that comes back to the Knicks. Man, they got a reputation now. They're the comeback killers. Donovan Mitchell's going to bring it down. Has it up top, being guarded by Toppin. Saying, everybody get the hell out of my way. I got Obi Toppin on me. He's saying, Jared Allen, don't come set the screen. I got Obi dang Toppin on me. Driving it down, stops, pump fakes, kicks it out. Strus, a right wing 3. Decent look, and he knocked it down. And just like that, back up to 17 points. Brought Donovan Mitchell in, generated nothing but good looks. Almost like maybe he should have been in a little bit earlier than that. This is a pivotal game 3 when you're down 0-2. Can't go down 0-3. Maybe just go to Donovan Mitchell and be like, hey, brother, you're playing the whole 4th quarter, by the way, because we need to win this. You know, I said not a big Merrill fan. Me either. I mean, he's better than I thought he was initially. He can do a little bit more than what I thought he could do initially, but not a Sam Merrill fan. It feels like a chucker to me. Guy's constantly shooting, and he can get hot every now and again, but just as his stats at 16 hours from now, it's on. You know, I said in crunch time is Spider and Mobley. Literally your 2 best players. They should play majority of the 4th quarter. Maybe don't bring him in with 8 minutes to go in a series where you're down 0-2. Like, you got to go 40 plus. You got to go 40 plus. No doubt about it. No questions asked. Oh, got the timer ticking too far. Mitchell's up to what, 32 points now? Big 3 from Strus, who is 4 for 8 from 3 tonight. He's got 20, the second leading scorer. Jared Allen's got 19 and 10. Pacers continue to struggle to score. This comeback has been on the back of their bench. Mathurin with 22, McConnell with 12. Halliburton's still stuck on 4. I'm not going to get over this. Halliburton's still stuck on 4. This is a guy who got effusive praise, and deservedly so, for his obviously Game 2 heroics to take a commanding 2-0 series lead. But, like, brother, where are you? Where are you? I guarantee Pacers fans are going to come out and be like, that hamstring from 2 years ago is still bothering him tonight. That's why he didn't show up. Like, dog, you had the opportunity to take a 3-0 series lead. At least come out and, like, give it a shot. Like, get shots up, move the ball. Where are you? The ball's barely in his hands, passing it up a lot. He's only taken 6 shots, or 8 shots. He's 2 for 8, I think, now. He's 2 for 8, 0 for 1 from 3. He's taken 1 3. And yeah, the Cavs have played good defense on him, but like you took 8 shots. You took 8. Just his dad said Garland has 10 points. Yeah, it's his first game back from the injury with the toe thing. He's been erratic all night. He's been up and down. Mike said Cavs down 0-2 and they got Mitchell on the bench. They finally brought him in, and then good things happened. They're back up by 17, but it's like, I don't know, man. I probably would have brought him in a little bit earlier than that. Just that Jared Allen at plus 32. Know how much you like that stat. Absolutely hate that stat. But he's been fantastic tonight. He's absolutely been fantastic. Halliburton's back in, and the Cavs go back to that zone. And Max Strus came over and fouled Miles Turner and saved the dunk, saved the 2 points. Going to send Turner to the foul line for 2 free throws. Henry, what's up, Henry? All I know is that Boston better be up 60 in a game 3 or we're coming. The comeback kids, man. The comeback kids. For sure, Henry, for sure. Anything's possible at this point. Turner knocks down the first one. He's got one more coming. Just as his dad said, Cavs bench is the big story. Hallie minus 13. He's got 4 and 5. He's been bad. He's only taken 8 shots. Like, come on, man. You can take a commanding 3-0 lead. And you're at home. Turner does miss the second one, which is why you'd rather foul than give up the dunk. Good foul from Strus. Garland bringing it down, and he slips up, dives on it. It's going to be a jump ball. I would take the ball out of Darius Garland's hands. We're approaching the halfway point. It's a 16-point game. Time's winding down. Big Yak said Allen had a great year. He's been much better since the brights were too bright for him. Since the lights were too bright for him. Been much better. Lamar said, I think the Pacers win the next game. I think Pacers lose the game. That's my guess. Pacers win the tip. Nembhard has it. Leaves it off for Toppin. Toppin, ooh, quick crossover past Mobley, and then blows the layup. Maybe Mobley came back and blocked it. But oh my goodness, Obi Toppin. I don't know he had that quick move in him. He hit him with a ha, and crossed over. Mitchell has it up top. He's going to wind down as much time as possible, approaching the halfway point. 6:10 to go exactly. Mitchell splits the double team, or splits the screen, puts up the floater. Didn't get it to go down, but he drew the foul. He's going to go to the foul line with 2 free throws with 6:07 to go. Just as his dad said, this is over. They're going many more games. This is over or this isn't over? This series is going 7. Hopefully this goes 7, and the Knicks close their series out in 4 games, right? Yak said, get it to 10 with 5 minutes, and I always believe teams have a chance. I mean, with the 3-point shot, I think you have a chance even if you were down 16. 15 is my threshold. 15 is my threshold. But it's really about the momentum and if you're making shots or not. Halliburton bringing it down, pump fakes, kicks it out to Matherin. Or Halliburton bringing it down, kicks it out to Matherin. Matherin misses a right way 3. Would have been a huge one. Mitchell's going to bring it down now. He did knock down both of his free throws, by the way, so it's 114-96. Mitchell has it up top, being guarded by Nembhard. Dancing with it, crosses over to his right, driving it down in the lane, puts up a floater. Too long, can't get it to go. Jared Allen fighting for it, knocked out of bounds. It's going to remain with the Cavs. Justice's dad said, I'm not even saying this as a Knicks fan. The series is going 7. I hope it goes 7. Means we get good basketball. Mitchell on the right wing three off the handoff from Allen. Can't get it to go. Neesmith with the rebound. Hit ahead to Nembhard. Nembhard bringing it down. One-on-one against Mitchell. And Mitchell strips it out of him, and it's off of Nembhard. And the Pacers not able to take advantage of their opportunities here. Ball going back to the Cavs. And the second delay of game on Indiana is an automatic technical. So a free point for the Cavs. And this one's looking a little bit over. Donovan Mitchell's got that look in his eye. And Mitchell knocks down his free throw. What does he have right now? Mitchell's up to 37. My goodness. My goodness. Strus is bringing it down against Mathurin. Gets it over to Mitchell. Mitchell's bringing it down. A lot of contact. Gets the and one. It's the and one over Miles Turner. Stealth Genetics, what's up, Stealth? Mitchell's at 39 at the foul line. Missed it. Missed it. Was it another technical? What happened? What happened? What was the technical one? It was like a technical free throw, and now this one is the and one free throw. Mitchell missed the first one, but he does knock down the second one, giving him 40. 40 big old points. Comes Halliburton. Halliburton's been absolutely invisible all night. Inside pass to Turner. Donovan Mitchell jumped the passing lane and came up with a steal. Halliburton has been horrendous tonight. Get over to Merrill. Out to Mitchell. Mitchell's going to go up. Another contact with Miles Turner. He's going back to the foul line. Back to the foul line. Already back up by 22. Already back up by 22. They put the stat up. Mitchell with 40. Halliburton with 4. Mitchell's taking 28 shots. Halliburton's taking 8. Just one star being like, we got to get this win. And the other star being like, I'm good hanging back. Mitchell knocks down the first one. He's got another one coming. Just absolutely horrendous game from Halliburton. Thomas Bryant and James Johnson checking in. You know, like I said, Halliburton, Schmaliburton. Just as his dad said, they tanked this game. How do you tank a game at home in game 3? How do you do that? How do you not just go out swinging? Like, look, if they got blown out tonight by 20, but Halliburton took 15, 16, 18 shots and was just like, I'm going to try and pull my team back into it, that's something else. He didn't do anything tonight. He has 4 points. 4. And he gives it up to Mathurin, and Mathurin bringing it down. They call a moving screen on Johnson. Ball's going the other way. We're under 5 to go. Now it's a whistle fest. Trying to get out of here. Refs, we're trying to get out of here. Mitchell bringing it down. Mitchell's dancing with it against Nembhard up top. He's obviously going to try and wind down some clock. Has it in the lane. Leaves it off the last second to Allen. Can't get it to go. Mobley can't get the tip. He gets fouled by Nembhard, though, and there's way too many whistles, y'all. We're trying to get out of here. As a matter of fact, this ain't a Knicks game. We don't got to hang around to the end. This one's over. This one's over. Just that's what I'm sorry. I asked you to call this one. Nah, brother, it's cool. We like watching basketball. It's cool. Cool, but we're going to sign off early. We're going to sign off early. No need to hang around. Absolutely no need. Mobley's at the foul line with 2 free throws, 4:30 to go. They're up 24 points. Mobley knocks down the first one. He's got another one coming. We had to stick around. Look, they were up 20. I could have called it early, but we had to stick around. You never know. These 20-point comebacks, man, they're possible. They're possible. Nick Yak said Mitchell 28 shots and 8 more that he got the foul shots instead. Yeah, he was getting them up. This is an important game. Star player got to show up and get them up. You know, something Halliburton did not do. Did not do. And now James Johnson gets fouled. And this is an absolute hack fest, so we don't got to stick around and watch. We really don't. So I appreciate everybody for hanging out with us. We will be back tomorrow, 3:30, for the game of the year. Probably the biggest game the Knicks have had in 2 decades. So, Game 3, Madison Square Garden, hottest ticket in town, against the reigning champion, Boston Celtics, up 2-0 in the series in very shocking fashion. Let's see how they look. I'm very excited. I hope you guys are excited. I'll see you guys tomorrow. But remember, get a good night's sleep, brush your teeth before bed, and stay hydrated, y'all. But until tomorrow, I'm out. Bye.